Welcome back to the Bills Bunker, everybody. I'm Jake Varco, and yes, the Buffalo Bills suffered defeat in a big-time loss to the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday Night Football, but tonight we're going to chill out a little bit. Bills Mafia, we can sit back, relax, and watch this game between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins, and it is an interesting game for Bills Mafia to watch because this is a game that we're going to see both of these opponents rather soon. Buffalo Bills will see the Tennessee Titans in a few weeks at home on October 20th. And then shortly after that, the Miami Dolphins will come back to Buffalo as they do every single year. So we'll watch Tennessee Titans, Miami Dolphins. There's no Bills tonight. Titans, Bills, let's relax. Let's have a good time. Let's watch some football, okay? So I'll do a little play-by-play reaction throughout the entire game. It's going to be a long live stream. We're going to have a lot of fun. I want you to leave your thoughts in the comments section down below. All game, we're going to have good chats, and this is something that I'm going to try to do more on the channel. So cheers to that. I'll see you on the other side.
Go Bills. Look at this. Look at this crowd. Look at this.
Yes, it makes us wanna shout. Shout.
1, 2, 3, 4 years in a row. AFC East champion in our division. Let's go.
This guy's sure thinks he's walking in.
Let's go.
That's a nice show for you. Look at it. Beautiful. Honestly, one of the best things I've seen all night. Those fireworks right there.
Let's go. It's almost time for kickoff. Miami Dolphins, Tennessee Titans, and I've got a scoreboard right here. Scoreboard. I'm going to be updating that throughout the game. Not sure how many scores there's actually going to be in this game, how many touchdowns we're going to get. Obviously, it's Will Levis, the guy who drinks mayo in his coffee, against Snoop Huntley, the new quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. Where a coin toss just happened. It's almost time for kickoff at Hard Rock Stadium. It's going to be a fun game. I'll give you my analysis all throughout, and I want to hear your thoughts all game long. It's going to be fun. Let's try something new. 0-0. This is the start of something new right here on the channel. I'll do this for a lot of primetime games throughout the season, and I think any Buffalo Bills game that I'm not at in attendance, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to be reacting just like this all season long. Live streams. Let's do it. It's a long game. It's going to be fun. So I'm anticipating this being a low-scoring game. Obviously, Snoop Huntley, Will Levis. Both teams coming in after a loss last week. The Miami Dolphins, they lost to the Seattle Seahawks. And the Tennessee Titans, they lost their game as well. So the Titans now winless at 0-3. The Miami Dolphins sitting at 1-2. They haven't won since week 1 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Kickoff is just about to happen. Sanders is lining up for it. Let's go. It's time for football. Let's hope for a better game than what we saw last night between the Bills and Ravens, because that was hard to watch, regardless of if you're a Bills fan or not. Let's go. Kickoff. Here it is. The return. He got leveled, and he's down at the 28-yard line. Tennessee Titans offense coming on to start the game. Andrew says, go Titans. As a Bills fan, you got to say go Titans. Bills on top. Not yesterday. Rough Monday for us, definitely. But let's put Sunday behind us. It's Monday Night Football right here. Game 1 of 2 tonight. Will Levis starting things off. 1st and 10 for the Titans from the 28-yard line. And before we even get an offensive snap, we get a flag. Of course we get a flag. false start for the Tennessee Titans. It's going to be one of those games. A flag before an offensive snap even happens. Boy, oh boy. What's everyone's predictions for this game? I'm feeling a low-scoring game. Tennessee Titans maybe come away with a win in this one. Will Levis finds his man on a screen pass. That goes for a gain of about 4 or 5. Gets back to right around the original line of scrimmage, near the 28-yard line. The Tennessee Titans. Haven't got to watch much of them, but this is like a pre-scouting thing for October 20th when the Bills take on the Titans in a few weeks from now. Now lining up, Will Levis gets the snap, hands it off to Tony Pollard, the former Dallas Cowboys running back, trying to push the pile on 2nd 11. Maybe gets a gain of about 4. Andrew, he predicts 34-26 Titans. He sees this being a high-scoring game. I'm not sure I see it being that high-scoring, but let's see if the Titans can get the dub here. Really, if you're a Bills fan, you got to hope for the Dolphins to lose. Not that they're posing much of a threat in the division race without Tua right now, but still, you want to see a division team lose. It's a scouting report for both teams. October 20th, Titans at Bills. November 8th. Now 3rd and 8. Will Levis under pressure, but he attempts to find a man, incomplete, and they're going to have to punt. But there's a flag is down. Flag is down. Will Levis is pointing in the direction of the Dolphins. Personal foul, roughing the passer, automatic first down. That's against Jalen Phillips of the Miami Dolphins. So Tennessee, they're moving the chains. Dolphins, yeah, that's bad. That was bad. That could have gone on both of these guys. Jalen Phillips goes low. Emmanuel Ogbah up high. Will Levis getting the double slam from these Dolphins. And they're moving the football on this opening drive. Just on flags alone. Now they're at the 45-yard line. Nancy says, our Bills family hurts from yesterday. Still moving forward to today. Go Titans. 100%. Now Tony Pollard on a sweep. Yeah, no. They're trying to find a lane outside, and it goes for a loss of about 2 yards. So the Dolphins defense making plays to start. It's just that flag was costly flag, giving the Titans an extension on this drive, giving the Titans more life. And we have Will Levis calling some audibles. Calvin Ridley coming into the line. In motion, Calvin Ridley, and it's a false start against the offense. Before they even call it, definitely, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty against the Tennessee Titans. So the Titans, that's not good. That's not good. Not good for the Tennessee Titans. Lost 2 yards on their first down play, and then before they could even get the snap off on 2nd down, 5-yard flag. 2nd and 17. Really putting themselves in a hole early on. Shooting themselves in the foot here. And Calvin Ridley in motion again. Looks like they're running the exact same play. It's play action. Levis with a perfect pass to DeAndre Hopkins, and they move the chains for a first down. DeAndre Hopkins. So Will Levis with the play action pass, and DeAndre Hopkins was wide open. He had like 3 Dolphins around him, but nice little comeback route. Stops on the hitch. Gets the first down. Nice moving the chains for the Tennessee Titans right there. Okay, he didn't move the chains. Apparently, that's 3rd down. 3rd and 1. Okay. Looked like a first down to me. But 3rd and 1 instead. And Will Levis doing his own version of the tush push. Didn't need much of a push because he found the first down himself. This one is definitely a first down. You can see DeAndre Hopkins on the sideline there talking to the ref because I think that looked like a first down to me. So the Tennessee Titans moving the ball effectively on this opening drive. Let's see if they can capitalize on this opportunity. Currently on the 44-yard line in Miami Dolphins territory. Will Levis hands it off to Tony Pollard, and they're just not able to get any push there. So stuffed, maybe a gain of 1 or 2. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate you. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to see everyone that supports me right here on this channel. We got a long season ahead for the Buffalo Bills and the NFL, and this is something new that I'm doing. These play-by-play reactions, live streams to primetime games and every single Buffalo Bills game that I'm not in attendance at. This is what we're going to do. 2nd and 9 for the Titans. Levis. Oh, is that intercepted? It looks like he might have dropped it. That's Emmanuel Ogbah, and he intercepted it. Ogbah's running down the field. I don't know. Did he actually intercept that? We're going to see. It is intercepted by Emmanuel Ogbah. Let's see the replay here. That's a bad, ill-advised pass from Will Levis. And Emmanuel Ogbah, of all people, coming up with a pick. Thought he dropped it. Oh, he catches it with his legs. Did he keep control? We need a better replay. It is an interception. That ball never hit the turf. That's crazy stuff from Emmanuel Ogbah. Wow. What a play. And the Titans offense was moving the football there. It's just that bad interception from Will Levis. And I've seen the Titans have been leading in a few games, and Will Levis makes these ill-advised passes. It's crazy. That was a horrible play. Horrible pass right to Emmanuel Ogbah. Ogbah. An edge rusher getting an interception now. Let's go, Buffalo. We're on commercial break. Yes, let's go, Buffalo. Tough loss for the Bills yesterday. But tonight, we're relaxing. We're watching the Tennessee Titans, Miami Dolphins. It's gonna be a game, I guess. I mean, Huntley against Will Levis, 2 quarterbacks that you don't have high expectations for. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in this game. If you haven't yet, I encourage you to click like, subscribe to this video, tell a friend to join this stream, share it with friends, whatever. Let's have a great live stream tonight. Early, the Tennessee Titans, they struggled to move the ball there. It looked like they had something going. Dolphins take a penalty, roughing the passer, and all momentum is shot when Will Levis throws an interception like that. Bad play. Bad play right to Emmanuel Ogbah. I think that's crazy that Ogbah comes up with an interception. And it was a nice catch, too. He dropped it out of his hands, and it goes right between the legs. That was like what we've seen. We've seen a few catches like that. Tyreek Hill made a catch like that with the Kansas City Chiefs. Didn't even know that he made the catch. And then we've seen, who was it in the Super Bowl a few years back? Seattle Seahawks player. Was it? I can't remember who made that catch, to be honest. All right, 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. Huntley. Let's see how Huntley looks in his first game with the Dolphins. He finds Jalen Waddle for a first down, so that's a nice start for the Miami Dolphins offense. About a 15-yard gain. First down, moving the chains. Huntley is someone who he had a pretty good run with the Baltimore Ravens when Lamar Jackson went down with injury. So could be a potentially nice addition for the Dolphins here. It's a good start. Will Levis looks like he's in shock. First down, 10. Handoff to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill. He is running for a first down. 12 yards. So the Dolphins offense moving the chains effectively on the first two plays. Titans look like they have no answer for this offense. Now run by Huntley. And Huntley provides a new look for this offense. It's not like the Titans could really game plan for it. It's another speedy quarterback, a speedy player. So this track team offense that the Dolphins have just got a quarterback that can run the ball effectively. 1st and 10 again for Miami. Now from the 33-yard line. And Devon Achane tackled for a loss. Back up. Bills. Go Bills. Thank you, Stock Unlock OG. Cheers to that. Appreciate you. So, as you see here, the scoreboard, 0-0. 8 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the first quarter. And anytime there's a score, I'm going to be updating that. So it's going to take me a few minutes to do it. Got to adjust a few things. But it's a work in progress. First time we're doing one of these live stream reactions. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I want everyone to let me know their thoughts throughout the game in the comments section. It's going to be a long night. We're going to be here all throughout this game. Chose this game, Dolphins-Titans, over the Seahawks-Lions one because this has more relevance for this channel as a Buffalo Bills themed channel. Dolphins, obviously AFC's division rivals. Titans, a team that the Bills are playing October 20th, just a few weeks from now. So the Dolphins offense, they're moving the football really well. Their first two plays from scrimmage on offense went for first downs. I'm not sure if that's because of bad Titans defense or if that's because it's a new look with Huntley at quarterback. I think Huntley provides a different look and something that a lot of teams haven't seen from the Dolphins. More speed, a lot of motion in the backfield. Obviously, Mike McDaniel is a solid offensive mind coach. He just had no game plan when he went up against the Bills a few weeks ago. So offensively, you can always expect McDaniel to drop something nice. But for that Bills game, obviously the Bills, they just dominated the Dolphins in that one. Tonight, we got Titans, Dolphins. First quarter is well underway now, and Will Levis threw an interception to start this game. Huntley looking good on this opening drive. We'll see if the Dolphins can punch this thing in. They're already in scoring range, and in a game like this where you have two Will Levis is the starter, but he might be a backup level quarterback. Huntley, he's the third string quarterback. Basically, he was just signed off the street last week. So when you have quarterbacks like that, you got to take advantage of every opportunity you have to score because it's expected to be a low-scoring game. I think the betting line for this game on FanDuel had this over-under around 38 points. So it's a low-scoring game expected. Tyreek Hill is lined up in the backfield behind Huntley now. And Huntley passes it to Tyreek Hill, but it is dropped for an incompletion. The only question is, was that a forward pass? Or was it behind? Was it lateral? I think it was forward. 3rd and 9. It's very close. Huntley, I think that was a backwards pass, and the Dolphins just got away with that. You got to challenge that 100%. The Titans should challenge that. That should be Tennessee Titans ball. That's a Tennessee Titans ball. They're challenging it. The challenge flag is down. That will be a Tennessee Titans ball. It has to be. The Miami Dolphins just threw it past Tyreek Hill laterally. Okay, this brings back flashbacks for Buffalo Bills fans because you know that the Titans got away with a potentially backwards lateral in the Music City Miracle back in the 90s. But right here, they're challenging it. Tennessee Titans recover it. It is Titans ball. That did not take long. That review didn't take long. Key with the recovery on the fumble. Tyreek Hill drops it. So because it was thrown behind, Hundley threw it behind the vertical line. He threw it backwards. So that is considered to be not an incompletion, but that's considered to be a lateral pass. Tyreek Hill, unable to come up with the catch, drops it. Key recovers it, and it's now Tennessee Titans ball. That is a big-time mistake from the Miami Dolphins. I just said, just a few minutes before that happened, that you have to take advantage of every opportunity you have in a potentially low-scoring game with two quarterbacks that don't have high expectations. You have to come up with the points in every opportunity you can get. Now the Titans back on the field. Starting off this drive at their own 36-yard line. Tennessee, Will Levis under center, hands it off to Tony Pollard, and again, not much room to move forward for the Tennessee Titans. And I've just received word that baseball legend Pete Rose has died. So rest in peace to Pete Rose. I met Pete Rose a few years ago. He was a legend. Rest in peace, Pete Rose. But back to the game now. MLB's all-time leader in hits. Will Levis with the pass, and that's a gain of about 5. Finds a tight end. Third down for the Titans. And they got to come up with these, like I said, Titans got to come up with these, of course, yes. Titans got to come up with a first down here. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter at Hard Rock Stadium. Two teams looking to get back in the win column. Titans haven't got a win yet this season. 3rd and 3. I feel like they're just going to come up with some basic play call here. You got to do something better, though. Will Levis under pressure. He's trying to escape. He escapes the pocket. Run with it, dude. Run with it. He dives. First down for the Tennessee Titans. That was a very solid play. Solid play from Will Levis. I didn't think I'd be saying that very much tonight. He was able to evade the pressure from Calais Campbell, and he dives, puts the ball forward, way to avoid the punch-out attempt, gets that past the sticks for a first down. Will Levis coming up with a big-time play for Tennessee. Oh, he's short. He's short. Okay, that's twice that we've seen some interesting placements for the ball. So it's considered 4th down and 1, and now the Titans are forced to punt it to Braxton Berrios. The punt for the Titans. The punt for the Titans taken in for a fair catch right about 13 or 14-yard line. And we are now on commercial break, so now's the time to get to the comment section. Spears Bills Sports Talk says, I'm still heartbroken. 24-hour rule. Got to move on. It sucks. Last night was a tough game for the Bills, but now we're going to watch Titans, Dolphins, have some good vibes, put that night behind us, and enjoy this game. Hopefully see the Tennessee Titans win. And yes, Pete Rose was 83 years old. Baseball legend still. His time has come. Pete Rose, rest in peace. Steph says, saw you last night on the pregame show. Yes, Football Night in America featured me. I had no idea this was going to happen. If you want me to show the clip, that's a great idea. Should I show the clip? Can I show the clip? Okay, what I'll do, I will prepare that for halftime or in between quarters. For the next commercial break, I can get that ready. It's a process for me to actually get that stuff over to here. Yeah, I was featured on Football Night in America yesterday. Just first, it was like a brief couple seconds. I said, fire me up, Josh Allen. And it was cool. It was cool. That was from last year's Steelers game. Cool stuff. It was for a viral quarterbacks segment. It was just a bunch of different videos that were featured on social media of Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, YouTubers recapping it just like me. 0-0 in this game now. Still 0-0. It's now going to be Miami Dolphins ball, and they were moving the football effectively on that first offensive drive that they had, but they were in scoring position inside the 40-yard line, and what did they do? Well, Tyreek Hill drops the lateral pass. That pass from Huntley, if he waits a few more seconds, Tyreek Hill will be ahead of him, and it will be just an incomplete pass, but instead, it is a fumble. And Will Levis appears to be in some pain after diving for the first down on the last time. It was incomplete, though. It was short of the line to gain. So now, Dolphins ball. Deep inside their own territory at the 13-yard line. Devon Achane gets the handoff on the sweep, and he gains about 3 yards. Second down for Miami. It's going to be a fun game. We're going to have a... all right, you want to see the clip? I'll get the clip ready. They're showing Mason Rudolph on the screen now for this game. And if the Titans ever have to put Mason Rudolph in, they're in real trouble because their offense is already struggling enough as it is. 2nd and 7 for Miami. Huntley finds Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill fantasy owners will not be happy about that. Well, I guess if you're in a point per reception league, you will be. But Tyreek Hill only going for a gain of 1. The Dolphins look horrible. They're not looking too good ever since Tua went down, that's for sure. This is going to be a game. I think this is going to be a tight game. If you look at, if anyone follows sports betting at all, the spread is plus 2.5, meaning that if you were betting on the Dolphins, to bet on them to win by 3 or more. So it's expected to be a close game here. Over under is set right around 38 points. And Huntley goes down with a sack. Landry III, Harold Landry III, with a sack for the Tennessee Titans. And now it's 4th down, forcing the Miami Dolphins to punt this ball away. Miami Dolphins unable to move the football effectively. They have all these different weapons, but they don't have a quarterback that's willing to dish out the ball like Tua. This is the first game for Huntley, first week he's been in Miami with this team, so it's obviously going to be some tough sledding, a lot to figure out for them. Punt is away for the Miami Dolphins, and it is now going out of bounds right around the 45-yard line for the Titans. And Mason Rudolph is coming in. Bettors of the under will be happy. Mason Rudolph is in. Last we saw of him, he was a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mason Rudolph is in. Oh boy. Rudolph against Huntley. This is going to be quite the low-scoring affair. I'm not sure how much I'll be changing this scoreboard tonight. It's going to be fun, though, I guess. We're going to watch some interesting football in this game. That's for sure. Will Levis is now getting checked out in the blue tent. Maybe he's going to stir up some mayo in his coffee, have a little sip of his magic drink, and come back out on the field. We will see. That is such an interesting combination. I think it's disgusting to drink a mayo with coffee. Has anyone actually tried that? I would never try that. It's disgusting. Sorry, Will Levis, but it's weird. I'm drinking Diet Coke. It's better than that stuff. Coffee's great. But coffee with mayo? What is that? Who even thought of that idea? Mayo? Mayo goes on like a chicken burger or something. It's so strange. How the heck do you even come up with that? But almost put Mayo on everything. So 0-0, first quarter, Mason Rudolph coming in with Will Levis in the blue tent for the Titans. Their offense has been struggling. But boy, oh boy, if they, who knows, Mason Rudolph might look better than Will Levis. And if it does, this gives Mason Rudolph an opportunity to potentially take over as a starter in Tennessee, which is not something I thought I'd say. Will Levis, he's had his moments, but he's had a lot of bad moments in the early going of this season as well. Every time I've watched the Titans, you see Will Levis trying to do way too much, makes him really head-scratching plays. Really, really head-scratching games. Will Levis is in, and so we know that the Detroit Lions Seattle Seahawks game is happening in 15 minutes. Kickoff will start in that game. And the Lions are wearing the black jersey. They look sharp. They're back in black. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Mason Rudolph hands off the ball to Spears. And Spears gets a gain of about 6 or 7. Way to bull forward through the line. Nice first effective rush of the game for Tennessee. They're showing the replay of Will Levis. He put his body on the line there, dived for the first down. Came up short, apparently. I think he actually got the first there. And it looks like it could be a shoulder, which not good, the way that he came down. Mason Rudolph, we'll see if they continue handing off the football with their backup quarterback in. In the pistol formation, it's another handoff to Tajay Spears. He's tackled for a loss. Emmanuel Ogbah with a tackle for a loss coming off the edge, and he had an interception earlier in this game. That was a crazy interception thrown by Will Levis. Steph says Mayo is disgusting. Nancy says weird is going around. Yeah, it's a really weird thing to put mayo in your coffee. I don't even know how you'd come up with that. But now it's 3rd down for the Tennessee Titans. Will Levis looks like he might be coming back in at some point. 3rd and 4 for Tennessee. And the pressure is getting to Mason Rudolph, but he sits in the pocket and he finds a tight end for a 1st down. Tennessee Titans moving the chains effectively here with Mason Rudolph in at quarterback. He was under pressure. Heavy, big-time pressure. The pocket was collapsing. And Mason Rudolph, that is, finds the open man. Mason Rudolph, he's like a statue in the pocket. He's not doing much running around, scrambling like a guy like Josh Allen or Will Levis, but he's gonna sit in there, take that hit. Rudolph with a handoff for Spears on the misdirection, and the Dolphins were all over that. Calais Campbell eats him up behind the line of scrimmage. It's now 2nd down and 12. Spears had to just fight to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. The handoff was given to him. That was a bad handoff. Bad handoff. He almost dropped it. I'll get to some comments in a minute. 2nd and 12 for the Dolphins. Time is running down. 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Will Levis in the pistol. Or Mason Rudolph, that is. Mason Rudolph fires it for a 1st down. Rudolph sitting in the pocket, looking poised. 1st down, Tennessee Titans. The Titans moving the ball well on this drive. Rudolph is looking good. He was number 2 in Pittsburgh. He's number 11 in Tennessee because the 1 and the 1, if you added those two numbers up, it equals 2. Mason Rudolph. They're showing Will Levis some highlight footage on the tablet on the sideline. Maybe it's showing him, hey, this is what you need to do. Rudolph looking good. Now under center is Rudolph for 1st and 10 from Miami's 34-yard line. Tony Pollard gets the toss, and it is a gain of about 5 on 1st down. Steph says, are you hanging with fans of Buffalo? Can't wait to see your content from Houston. You got it. I'll be going down to Houston this weekend on Sunday for the Bills-Texans game. I'll have lots of content coming from there, and I'm looking forward to collaborating with fans of Buffalo. If you haven't heard about them, check them out on Instagram. A lot of great travel trips to different cities around the National Football League, wherever the Bills are going. 2nd and 6, handoff to Tony Pollard, and he is swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by Sealer. The Tennessee Titans offensive line struggling to create those running lanes early on in this game. Will Levis has his helmet on the sideline. It looks like he wants to go back in, but the Titans, they appear to be in no hurry to put him back in. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll see if Mason Rudolph stays on the field for quarter 2 because he's looked good. He's helping the Titans move the ball effectively down the field. And maybe, just maybe, we'll actually score this. We'll change this scoreboard at some point. Tyreek Hill, I have him in one of my fantasy leagues. And his numbers are steeply declining without Tua Tagovailoa. It's tough. It's tough out here. I'm trying to trade Tyreek Hill. I have him in a keeper league, and I'm trying to trade him. I got offered a 4th-round pick. It's disgusting. Are you kidding me? I'm stuck with Tyreek Hill right now because no one wants him when his value is this low. Tyreek Hill's getting pretty old up there, too. His speed's not going to stick around forever. So, Tennessee Titans have been moving the ball nicely. Mason Rudolph in at quarterback now. And we're going to see if the Titans can get on the board here. If they can't, they got a serious problem. They need to at least get a field goal on this drive. We need to change the scoreboard. 0-0. It's been 0-0 for quite some time. How's everyone feeling about this game? Go Bills. Bills had an ugly loss last night. We need to just watch something else. Put that behind us. Bills will play the Texans next weekend. So put that Baltimore game behind us. This game is already better than the game we watched last night because it's 0-0 through the first quarter. And the first play from scrimmage wasn't an 87-yard touchdown run. We got a game here tonight, whether it's a good one or not. 2 teams that are really struggling. 1 win in 6 games between these 2 teams. But it's better than what we watched last night. Easily. Unless you're a Ravens fan, that is. If you're a Ravens fan, you must have loved last night. We're back here, and they're showing Amon-Ra St. Brown on the screen. He's getting ready for the Detroit Lions home game against the Seattle Seahawks. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Stock Unlock OG, let's go. I appreciate that. Means a lot to me. Means a lot to me. We got ourselves a game here in Miami at Hard Rock Stadium. Stock Unlock OG, I see you in the comment section consistently. I appreciate you. There's always next week. There is always next week. And the Bills will play the Houston Texans next week. I'll be there for that game, so stay tuned for that. The Red Furnace, bro, what's good? We got ourselves a game, and we have a field goal attempt for the Titans on 4th and 11. 53 yards out. The kick is good. The kick is good. Would you imagine that? Tyler Bass could never. I'm so sorry, but Tyler Bass could never do that. We got to change the scoreboard. Give me a moment. This is my first time doing one of these streams, so it's a work in progress. Let's see how this goes. So I got to adjust it here, make an edit, send this file over. 3-0, this should say. 3-0 for the Tennessee Titans after a goal. Can we have that kicker? It would be nice. It would be nice. The Tennessee Titans are the first team on the board in this game, and it's a field goal. A field goal to start the scoring in this game. What a thrill. Trying to add this score. New score is in. It's 3-0 for for the Tennessee Titans. Let's see how this works. Let's see how this looks. Get ready. Get ready. Drum roll, please. Voila! It is 3-0 for the Tennessee Titans. Would you look at that? Was that effective enough? I hope that it worked. I hope it was timely enough for you. Because that was the first time we've done this here on the Bills Bunker. The first score change on a live stream on the Bills Bunker. 3-0 for the Tennessee Titans. That was a long field goal. Tyler Bass, he couldn't do that. At least not consistently. He hit a 50-yarder yesterday, and then he missed from 48 yards out. Driving me crazy. Can we have that kicker? Be nice. It's definitely time to find a replacement for Bass. You need to, honestly, like I've been saying this, sign me. I don't care. I can kick from 25 yards out. At least I can do that. Okay. Tyler Bass is more consistent than me, but that's not saying very much. All right? Tyler Bass is a professional. He's getting paid millions of dollars. Tyler Bass, huge extent from the Bills not long ago. Huge in terms of kickers. And he's hitting at a 75% rate. It's not good enough. Not good enough at all. Mason Rudolph helps the Tennessee Titans get on the board. And now I'm interested to see if they keep Mason Rudolph in. I think maybe they will. The kickoff for the Tennessee Titans. And the returner is back for the Dolphins. This one goes into the end zone, through the end zone, and the Dolphins have a touchback. Let Josh kick. Yeah, I mean, he does everything else pretty much, doesn't he? Will Levis, earlier in this game, dove for the first down, was unable to get the first. Oh, is Will Levis crying? It looked like Will Levis was crying. It really looked like Will Levis was just crying. He was like, Mason Rudolph or Levis? You know what? Based off what I've seen from Mason Rudolph, go with Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph is someone who he's sticking in the pocket. He's taking the hits. Will Levis is trying to do too much. I know that he's the presumed future of the Titans, but eventually you're going to have to move on from Will Levis because he's making too many head-scratching decisions. Levis, he's someone who has some potential, but not looking good. And now it is a flag against Key, who he's going to get an unnecessary roughing the passer against Huntley. Huntley got rid of the ball, and it's a low hit as well. So it's first down for the Dolphins. That is their first down of the second quarter. All right, now we have Huntley lining up under center. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Huntley, it's a toss to Devon Achane. Achane rumbles forward for a gain of about 4 or 5. And 2nd and 5 coming up for Miami. The Dolphins, they've moved the football effectively at times in this game, but they hurt themselves earlier when Huntley he did a lateral pass, dropped by Tyreek Hill, and recovered by Key on the Tennessee Titans. Now he, after recovering that fumble earlier in the game, he takes a bad penalty. Devon Achane finds a lane, unable to move it forward any further. A gain of 3 will be 3rd and 3 for the Dolphins, and it's a big 3rd and 3 in Tennessee Titans territory. So this is a big-time moment here in this game early on. The Dolphins trying to get some points up on the board as soon as they can. I don't think anyone's running away with this game. Not many touchdowns expected to be scored in this one. It's going to be a low-scoring, close game all the way through. And 3rd and 3. Handoff to Devon. That's not Devon Achane. That's Huntley, and he is stopped short. Huntley is stopped short on the quarterback run. It was a quarterback power run. He was running to his right, scrambling. That was a designed run by McDaniel on the offense, and it's 4th and 1. You got to think they're going to go for it here. They're going for it in Miami, unless they try to draw him offside, which I don't think they're going to do. McDaniel's a pretty aggressive coach. Huntley, he's got Achane in the backfield. Watch for the handoff here. Handoff to Tyreek Hill in motion. And Tyreek Hill is stopped short. He's stopped short. It's a turnover on downs for the Miami Dolphins. This Dolphins offense is in shambles. And the Tennessee Titans coming up with some big defensive plays in this game early on. That is Diggs. No, it's not Stephon Diggs. No, it's not Trevon Diggs. And no, there's no relation. Diggs comes up with the stop, tackling Tyreek Hill behind the line of scrimmage, and it's a turnover on downs. Now we'll see. Is it Mason Rudolph or is it Will Levis? I'm anticipating Mason Rudolph coming back out. But we'll see. That's a big decision for the Titans head coach to make. Big time stop, stuffing the run. Tyreek Hill on the designed run, in motion, going out to the left. But that was great anticipation from Diggs coming in out of the secondary, making a tackle for a loss. Initially, Tyreek Hill got past the first man, the defensive line, and the second level, but the third level coming up, making a big-time stuff. Big-time stuff for the Tennessee Titans. And now they're taking over on downs. We'll see who comes in. We'll see if it's Will Levis returning or if it's going to be Mason Rudolph coming back in. I think the head coach for the Tennessee Titans, I've watched a little bit of the Titans earlier this season, and I think his patience is wearing thin. Steph with a super sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's all love. Says, congrats on being featured on Sunday Night Football. Yes, I was featured for Football Night in America. I had no idea that this was going to happen. And shout out to everybody from NBC for finding the channel. I appreciate you. And if you're watching this, let me know. Feel free to always reach out to me if you want to use my content in the future for anything on NBC. CBS has done this before as well, Super Bowl Sunday. So that's two pretty big features for the Bills Bunker. It's great to get recognized, and it wouldn't be possible without all of you who tune in, comment, subscribe, like, share. I appreciate you all. Spears says, maybe we can learn a thing or two from the Titans. Well, the Buffalo Bills, they play against the Tennessee Titans in a few weeks. And I know you're saying about defensive stops, coming up with a stop against the run. But this is a game where you'd expect the Bills to be watching. They're going to play the Titans in a few weeks, October 20th at home. And then they'll be playing against the Miami Dolphins November 8th at home. So this is a little game for a scouting report against two teams that the Bills will soon be playing against. It's Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph is staying in for the Titans. And the handoff to Spears after Calvin Ridley was in motion. Spears, that's one of the best plays from scrimmage for the Titans offense of this game early on. Will Levis keeping his helmet on, hoping he comes back in, but I don't think it's happening. Mason Rudolph has played like the better of the two early in this game. Mason Rudolph in at quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. 11:45 to go in the second quarter. It is 2nd and 4. Under center, Mason Rudolph hands it off again. Spears pushes himself forward. Gain of 6. First down, Titans. The Dolphins having trouble with the run now. So Mason Rudolph coming in, and this Titans offense, they're looking pretty nice right now. I mean, considering what they're working with. First and 10, a new set of downs with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. And again, some more motion in the backfield. This time it's a handoff to Spears with a mixed direction, a run, and Walker Jr. comes up with a stop, but it's still a gain of 5 yards for Tennessee. Talking Tennessee. 5-yard gain for Spears. Spears tried to juke a man, and Walker might have got away with some hands to the face there. That could have been a flag against the Dolphins. Could have been a big one. Missed call. Now we have Spears lined up behind Rudolph. Rudolph with Ridley in motion. There's consistent motion on this offense. It's a power run. Spears pushing forward. That's a good gain. Right around 10 yards. First down again for the Tennessee Titans. They are moving the chains effectively, just handing it off to Spears on this drive. So much motion. You have the guard who pulls. The guard pulls, makes a stop. Nice block. And the Dolphins, they're unable to come up with a stop. The offensive line of the Titans is working together in a nice effort here. Now it looks like Pollard's in the backfield. Pollard trying to get in action now as well. Pollard is running. He's stumbling. Tony Pollard takes it down to the 3-yard line. What a rush. Flag is down. This one's probably coming back on a holding call. That was an exciting play, the most exciting play we've seen all game. It is a hold against the offense. That's tough. Tough play for the Titans. Tony Pollard this close, closing in on a touchdown, but no. Nope, it comes back with a hold. So it's the left guard who holds there, and Pollard, he showed flashes of what we saw from him in Dallas last year on that play, but doesn't matter. And Jalen Phillips appears to be shaken up on that play. So the Miami Dolphins, another potential loss for the Dolphins. I think he'll be fine, though. 1st and 20 after the flag for the Tennessee Titans. It is Pollard and Mason Rudolph in the backfield. Rudolph standing in there. Oh, ill-advised pass thrown to DeAndre Hopkins. That could have been trouble in double coverage. Fortunate to come up with an incompletion on that play for the Tennessee Titans. DeAndre Hopkins. Not often you see him drop a play like that. Kohu got a hand on it. Just got a hand on that. Slight misdirection on that play. And Jalen Phillips going into the blue tent. That is one of the last things you want to see if you're the Miami Dolphins. Already dealing with so much adversity with injuries. And Rudolph, Calvin Ridley drops in now. Calvin Ridley with brick hands on that play. And Calvin Ridley, fantasy owners can't be happy after that one. Mason Rudolph put that thing right in the breadbasket, and Ridley unable to come up with it. Simple out route would have been a gain of 6 yards. 3-0 with 9:05 to go in the second quarter. The Titans now on the 39-yard line. Even getting a gain of 5 here would be helpful to bring on the field goal attempt. Calvin Ridley on a screenplay. Ridley trying to make something happen, cuts back inside, and he gets that gain of 5 yards. So that should be good enough to send on the field goal kicker if you're Tennessee. It's a low-scoring game we're going to have tonight, and that is the type of play that can make a world of a difference. 4th down for the Titans. 4th and 15, and this field goal is another long one. Nick Folk on the kick, the former New York Jet. It's a 52-yard attempt. Folk, the attempt is right down the middle. Right down the middle. I am not used to seeing this from a kicker. Nick Folk, it is good. We got to change the score once again. 6-0 for the Tennessee Titans. They'll take what we can get in this game. That is set to be a slugfest. There's no weather. That's an issue. I'm adjusting the scoreboard now. 6-0 for the Tennessee Titans. They'll take it. They will take the points at any point they can get them. Any way you can get points. You'll take them in this game. Not sure how many touchdowns there's going to be. We're in the middle of the second quarter. Just 6 points on the board between the two teams combined. I am adjusting the score. Give me a moment. Work in progress. First live stream we've done for our game. I'm doing the best I can, and I hope you are satisfied. There we go. Hold on a second. It's uploading. Score. There it is. 6-0 for the Tennessee Titans. Voila. Just like that. It's magic. 6-0 Tennessee. Scoreboard. So I've got for the scoreboard, what I've got, I have an app right here that I use. It's a photo editing thing. And I got a photo editing thing, and then I toss it up. I airdrop this from one device to another, and then I'm going to change it here. So uploading, doing it as fast as I can. It's something. It's a work in progress. Michael, nice to see you in here. How are we feeling about this game? So the Tennessee Titans, 6-0 lead. We approach time. The Miami Dolphins offense set to come back out on the field, and we'll see if they can put up some points now. They've struggled mightily. The Dolphins have really missed out on some opportunities to put up some points. They had a 4th and 1. They handed it off to Tyreek Hill, and it was Diggs coming up with a big-time stop, forcing a turnover on downs. And then earlier in the game, you had Huntley, who passed it to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill responsible for 2 turnovers, really, in this game, because Tyreek Hill dropped the lateral pass attempt from Huntley, and it was recovered by Key in the first quarter. So Tyreek Hill responsible for 2 turnovers. He's not looking good. The Dolphins offense unable to move the ball. Well, they're moving the ball, but unable to actually capitalize on those opportunities that they have. 8:20 to go in the second quarter. Kick is up, and it's going to be another touchback. So the Dolphins offense back out on the field. We'll see if they can put up some points now. Cheers, everybody. We got a Buffalo Bills glass right here. And we got the Tyler Bass chat going again. Yeah, we're seeing Nick Folk have a good display in this game. We're back now. Tyler Huntley is out on the field for what is the 3rd offensive drive for the Dolphins in this game. Huntley with a pass to Brooks. No, Wright. That is Wright. Brooks is, yeah, I got mixed up there. Wright with a maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. Flag is down after the play. Well, we're awaiting what the flag is. I'm not seeing the Dolphins move back, so I'm anticipating it's against the Titans. Showing Huntley's parents. Yep, it is unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting on the defense, and you shouldn't be taunting anybody if you're the Tennessee Titans. You have an 0-3 record. What are you doing, Tennessee? Unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe that's the reason you're 0-3, doing stuff like that. Oh, come on, that's just so silly. That is definitely a play. It's maybe weak, but that's a textbook penalty, right? Trying to get up after the play, and the guy punches the ball out of his hands well after the play on the sideline. Just a silly, silly play, and it gives the Dolphins a 1st and 10. 5 penalties for 50 yards for the Tennessee Titans, and if they keep taking penalties like this, the Dolphins are eventually going to have an opportunity to score a touchdown. 1st and 10 for Miami at the 45-yard line. Their own, that is. Right with a toss, and he gets forward for about a gain of 7. We've been live for 1 hour. This is very fun doing this. Talking about a game. Doing this play-by-play, live reaction. I'm going to do this more for primetime games. And any game that I'm not at for any Bills game that I'm not actually at, I'll do these. So that's going to be a few road games. one in October. We'll do this for the Jets game on Monday, October 14th. Huntley with the handoff to Wright, and Wright probably got forward progress enough for a first down. He was pushed back after, but I think forward progress will have him moving the chains for Miami. First down. 1st and 10. It's a new set of downs for the Dolphins. At halftime, I'm going to show my feature from last night. I was featured on Football Night in America. So I will show that on here. 1st and 10, Huntley with a fake toss. Huntley finds Wright, but it is incomplete, right through the hands. There was some pressure in the secondary there. It was a short little dink and dunk pass, but Wright goes right through his hands. No good. Dolphins, 2nd and 10 now. And the Seahawks and Lions game is underway, by the way. It is 0-0 in that game. But this game, 6-0, low-scoring slugfest, not anticipating many touchdowns. You have motion in the backfield, and that's a confusing play. Wright taken down, though. Maybe the Dolphins trying to do too much there. Flag is down. It looks like it's going to be against the Titans. Is it offsides? What's the penalty? What is the penalty? It's a legal shift on the offense. Okay, so it's against Miami. The Miami Dolphins with an offense, and they show Tua. Tua's still sitting out there. We'll see what Tua's future looks like. He's hoping to return at some point, and we don't have a timeline for that yet, but hope for the best for him. Regardless of what team you're a fan of, you never want to see a player get injured. So, third down conversions thus far in the game. Dolphins are 0-2. It is now 3rd and 10 for them. Big opportunity for the Titans to get off the field and hopefully add some more points before the end of the first half. Tyler Huntley, he's going to have a quarterback draw, and he is rumbling, tumbling. First down for the Dolphins. Perfect play from Huntley, and I'm expecting to see more of that. Honestly, if you have all this speed on the offense, why not use it? Just let Huntley run with his legs. The Titans had no answer for that play. Think Miami would trade a wide receiver, Kansas City's practice team quarterback? I'm not sure. Honestly, the Dolphins, they got a surplus of receivers. Haven't seen much of OBJ, but they could. Huntley, we'll see what he can do. Huntley looking for the end zone. Oh, almost intercepted. It was deflected, and it was almost intercepted. That's why they do the tip drill, but incomplete. Incomplete pass intended for Tyreek Hill. On the replay, you're going to see Tyreek Hill double covered. Tyreek trying to leap over the man, deflects it into the air, and L'Jarius Sneed almost comes up with the interception. That looks like it went off Hooker's helmet, actually. And incomplete. And now it's 2nd and 10. So looking for Tyreek Hill, they kind of forced it into double coverage. And now we have motion in the backfield. It is a pass to Devon Achane on a screen pass, gain of about 3 or 4. They're showing an update from the Seahawks and Lions game on the screen now as well, as we have a doubleheader on Monday Night Football. The Lions are in the red zone, but we're focused on the Dolphins and the Titans game. Dolphins-Titans. I'll update you if there's a touchdown. It's 2nd and goal for the Lions. But now, here we go. 3rd and 6 for the Dolphins on the 30-yard line in Tennessee territory. Huntley with a pass. It is complete, but he is stopped short. Jalen Waddle stopped short. It's going to be 4th and 2 or 3. And the Titans might have just got a good enough stop to force the Dolphins field goal kicker on. Yes, on comes Sanders for the field goal attempt, and we'll see if Jason Sanders can make this field goal attempt to cut the Titans' lead in half. It's from 44 yards out. From 44 yards out, Jason Sanders. Sanders' kick is up, and it is good. So it's a kicker battle in this game. And if Tyler Bass was being included, that team would probably lose. So 6-3. Let me update my handy scoreboard for you today. 6-3. All kicker points in this game. What an absolute thrill. 6-3. Getting the score up. Just give me a moment to update. 6-3. 6-3. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. Just another field goal. Jason Sanders, 44 yards out. Nick Folk hit one from 50-plus yards out. So we have a kicker battle on hand in this game. It's just going to be like that, isn't it? That's fine. That's all right. It's going to make for an interesting close, I think. I think we got a close game on hand all game long. 6-3. The score has been updated. So Sanders, perfect from 44 yards out. All the kickers are perfect in this game so far. Tyler Bass, he should be watching and learning a few things. La-da-da-do. Dolphins have a better kicker than us. Well, they need something better than us because the Dolphins, they really struggle with the Bills. What is it, 13 of the last 14 games? Something like that. The Bills have won. The Bills have been dominant against the Dolphins. But either way, halftime is quickly approaching in this game. And the Dolphins, Titans, this has been a thrilling start to the game. We've actually seen some movement on both sides of the football for both teams, but there's been a lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties in this game, and it's going to be a dirty finish for whoever wins this game. It's going to be a gritty win either way. And it's a fun game to watch at Hard Rock Stadium. We'll see if the Titans offense can put up some more points before the end of the half. Maybe they can double their lead and make it 9-3. Wouldn't that be something? Kickoff time. And it's 7-0 for the Detroit Lions, by the way. Detroit Lions were able to capitalize on their red zone trip. So this kick goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Mason Rudolph set to come back out for the Tennessee Titans. And they should just keep running the football, honestly. They have not had much success through the air, more success rushing the football. When they're not holding and taking penalties, they're able to move the football against this Dolphins defense. Jalen Phillips, not sure if he's returned yet, but 4:13 to go in the second quarter. If you're the Titans, this is an opportunity to run the clock down, maybe put up some points as time expires in the half. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Mason Rudolph on the screen. He finds Tony Pollard. Pollard, that's a good gain of 16 yards. First down for the Titans. Tony Pollard. That was a grown man run the way he was rushing. Nice little screen pass. Nice design. Way to get out with the block from 77. And Tony Pollard runs through about 3 Dolphins players on his way to a first down. And now we have another man in motion in the Titans' backfield. Rudolph with a handoff to Pollard. Pollard is being pressured behind the line of scrimmage by Javon Holland, but he does get back to the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down and 8. Second and 9 coming up for the Tennessee Titans. Clock is ticking down. Down to 3 minutes left in the second quarter. 3 to go in the second quarter. More motion in the backfield for the Titans, and they are running the football again. This time it's Pollard. Gain of 8 yards, maybe 7. It's going to be third and short. Third and short. This is a big opportunity, and they have to go for it with 30 seconds on the play clock, 2 minutes 40 to go in the quarter. They got to go for it here before time expires. You can't just run it down to the 2-minute warning. So 3rd and 2 for the Tennessee Titans offense. It's a big opportunity to put up some points. 2 of 5 on third down conversions so far. And it's going to be a timeout called by Mason Rudolph. They just want to take the timeout, talk things over. And maybe not the worst idea. Maybe not the worst idea. If you're not confident in the play call, don't like the look that you're getting on the defensive side of the ball, take the timeout, see how things go, but got to think that you maybe didn't want to burn that timeout. Michael Hall, now we're at commercial break. Michael Hall says, which games have you been to or are you going to this season? So far this season, I've been to every Bills home game, and that includes a preseason. So the teams I've seen, I saw Indianapolis Colt. No, I saw Chicago Bears. I saw Chicago Bears against the Bills. I've seen Panthers, Bills, Jags, home opener against the Cardinals. But we're back, 3rd and 2. I'll talk more in a second about that. 3rd and 2. Tony Pollard lined up in the backfield with Mason Rudolph. Rudolph passes it, and that is not a good play. Bad idea for the Rudolph and the Titans. I thought they were going to continue rushing the football. They were running it effectively, and it brings up a 4th and 2. And now it's big-time decision. Probably in a game like this, they're going to punt, I would assume. You're not going to see many points from either side of the ball. This is a field position type of situation. Probably punt it, try to make the Dolphins set up deep in their own territory before the 2-minute warning. We'll see, though. Yep, Titans. 2 minutes 15 to go. They're going to punt. What a thrill. Should have ran the ball. Dolphins were struggling to stop it. The punt is up, and it is into the end zone for a touchback. So you had the opportunity to force the Dolphins back deep, but unable to do it. And now the Dolphins offense going to come out, and they'll have an opportunity to put up some points before the end of the half. 2:08 to go on the clock. And so back to Michael and Joseph. Yes, I'm going to shoot 2 away games this month. This month is going to be one packed with content. You thought September was packed with content? Just wait. This Sunday, coming up, I'll be at Houston, NRG Stadium. I'm making a stopover the day before in Dallas, and I'm going to tour AT&T Stadium, so stay tuned for a video of that, and I might do a little something on the Dallas Cowboys star, because who likes the Cowboys? They are not America's team. Here we go, 1st and 10. Huntley with the pass to Tyreek Hill, and he bobbles it incomplete. Tyreek Hill struggling, and anyone who has him in fantasy is hating fantasy life right now. I'm also going to Seattle at the end of October 27th, for the Bills-Seahawks game, and then I'll have a live stream like this for the Monday night primetime game, October 14th against the Jets, and I'll be at the Bills-Titans game, October 20th. This game right here, a little bit of a scouting report before the Bills-Titans game, and I'm going to be doing more of these live stream reactions to primetime matchups moving forward. I think it's a great way for us to watch some football, interact some more, enjoy the season while it's here. Football season's too short, and it's a long off season. So let's enjoy it as much as we can. 2:02 to go in the second quarter. And the Lions are in the red zone again, by the way. They just put up 7 points. It's already more touchdowns than we've gotten in this game. We've got a defensive battle on hand. 2 quarterbacks struggling. It's the third string, and it's the backup going head to head. It's going to be a defensive battle all game. See if the Dolphins can even utilize Tyreek Hill anymore. They're trying to do everything they can, but Tyreek Hill has had a struggle in this game. Huntley on the quarterback draw. He's going nowhere. Stuffed by the defensive line of the Tennessee Titans. That is Joseph Day with a big-time tackle. Nancy says 7-0 Lions. It is, and they are in the red zone right now as well. But we're focused on this game. I will provide some updates on that game. 2-minute warning is here. And at halftime, I'm going to find a way to upload my feature from last night on Football Night in America. It's brief, but it's still something that I'm proud of. And I'll show it to you right here on this channel. It was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We'll talk about that. We'll recap the first half, and we'll talk about what needs to be done by both of these teams in the second half in order to get a win. This first half, it's been a slugfest. Tyreek Hill making mistakes left and right, dropping some passes, having an incomplete pass attempt from Huntley that was actually behind the line of scrimmage, so that ended up being a fumble because there was a lateral pass recovered by Key, taking the football the other way for the Titans offense. That resulted in them getting 3 points. And then after that, it was Tyreek Hill also got tackled, stuff for behind the line of scrimmage for turnover on down. So tough night for Tyreek Hill. He's not looking too good without his guy Tua Tagovailoa at quarterback. I'm just going to send over that clip from last night for all of those who want to see it. Michael Hall says, I hope that you can make it to Mile High Stadium the next time the Bills play here. Mile High Stadium is a place I would like to go. See you're from Denver. That's pretty cool. I've always wanted to check out the Colorado area. I've also wanted to check out Coors Field. I'm a baseball fan. I like checking out different baseball stadiums. What have I been to? I've been to PNC Park in Pittsburgh, Fenway Park, the old and new Yankee Stadium, Dodger Stadium, AT&T Park in San Francisco. That is now Oracle Park. A lot of different ballparks in the MLB. Oakland Coliseum, which tragically is now closed forever. Probably set to be demolished in Oakland. That's sad. But a lot of amazing stadiums I've seen, and I'm so happy to have that opportunity. They just showed that Pete Rose has died. That's someone that I met, a legend of the game of baseball. And hopefully, I think that obviously there was that sports betting scandal, but it would be nice to see him get in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. The guy was banned from baseball for life. And it's fourth down now, by the way. Fourth down coming up. Coors Field is awesome, such a nice location. And there's a lot of home runs there, too. That elevation is legit. I'd like to see this coming up. Here we go. It's going to be a punt for the Dolphins. Dolphins are forced to punt this ball away from their own 25-yard line on 4th and 4. Jackson is back deep to return this punt. The punt is up, and the punt is taken in at the 18-yard line. Jackson, he makes a man miss. He's running to his left. He jukes, and he is taken down right around the 34-yard line of the Tennessee Titans. So the Titans now with possession, under 2 minutes to go in the first half. They have an opportunity to put up some points. It's a big opportunity every time you have a chance to score points in this game. That is a low-scoring affair. Just 9 points with 1:40 to go in the second quarter. First and 10 for the Titans. Mason Rudolph and company. They're going to try to put up some points. Let's see what they can do. First and 10, a minute 40. Now with a minute 40, maybe you're not going to run it as much. This is a spot where do some screen passes to Pollard. There's been a lot of screen plays. And a Dolphins player is down, by the way. They've already been dealing with enough injuries. Now we're looking at an update. That is Jahmyr Gibbs, who rushed for a touchdown on first and goal to make it 14-0 for the Lions over the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks have their undefeated season on the line. Their 3-0 record is in serious jeopardy as they visit the Detroit Lions, who are back in black tonight in those black jerseys. I think they're a nice look. Dolphins injured player is being cleared off the field. He's able to walk off on his own power, so that's good to see. And you see the tighten up flag in Miami. So Miami always seems to have the opposing team's fans taking over. Isn't that great? Love to see that for our division rivals. The Titans hoping to squish the fish, and that's with Mason Rudolph at quarterback. Mason Rudolph does a little pump fake, and he finds DeAndre Hopkins for a first down. That is a nice catch from D-Hop. That man, wow. D-Hop still doing it. Maybe he's fallen off a little bit, but that's a nice catch. He's still a freak athlete, sliding out of bounds with the catch. Nice pass from Mason Rudolph. Put that thing right in the breadbasket where no one else could get it. That's a nice play. DeAndre Hopkins moves the chains all the way up to their own 49-yard line with a minute 33, and he got out of bounds to stop the clock too. Rudolph now in the pocket finds Tony Pollard for a gain of 4. They're tackled in bounds, so now the clock is ticking. Down to a minute and 20 seconds in the second quarter. Mason Rudolph. The pocket's collapsing on him. Rudolph does the smart thing, just throws this ball out of bounds. Smart play by Rudolph as he is helping Emmanuel Ogbah up. Smart play from Mason Rudolph. For as much as you want to criticize Mason Rudolph for maybe not being the best quarterback, you can say that he is someone who makes some smart decisions at times. He's not forcing too many things like Will Levis might. So this is an opportunity for the Titans to get their first win of the season with Rudolph under center because, like I said, he's not going to force the plays that aren't there. Here we go. It's now 3rd and 6. Mason Rudolph. Rudolph finds the man, but they are... Did he drop it? He fumbled it. Apparently. 4th down coming up either way. Okuwanu. Fourth down. Absolutely, you can tell Tua makes a difference. As much as he gets criticized, and we know that he's not a top 5 quarterback in the league, he's much better than what's available to them right now. There's levels to this game, and Tua is on a different level than Huntley or Skylar Thompson. It's just pretty obvious, right? We know that. As much as we might say that Josh Allen owns the Dolphins and owns Tua, he's better than what they have available right now. The refs gathering together to discuss the last play. 4th and 3. Was it a catch, though? Was the catch made? This play is going to be under review. So, let's see. A little bit of a juggle on the play. He was down. Did he make a football move? I need to see a better look at that play. I need to see a better replay than that. That was a short replay that we saw. We'll see if this play is overturned or if we get to see Either way, it's going to be 4th and 3 or 4th and 6. Because that wasn't a fumble. Is that every team when their quarterback goes down? Every team will have struggles when their starting quarterback goes down. It's a work in progress. And Andrew, no, you didn't miss a clip. I still have not shown it. That will be at halftime. So I'm working on uploading it and sending it over. So halftime, I'll show the clip from Football Night in America where I was there. It's short, it's not long, and I have to show a very little amount of it because of potential copyright. Michael Hall says too, and it's my own content, but it's featured in one of their things, so that's why. Michael Hall says too is a great player. I feel so bad for him. I hope he makes a full recovery and can live a long life. Absolutely, these are human beings. As much as it's a football player and it's the rival's quarterback, you don't want to see that. And if you're playing against a team, you want to see your best go up against their best. You want to see these people thrive as human beings, and you want to see them be able to get their money. You want to see them have a healthy life, live a good life, and not be struggling later on in life. Tua, he's 26 years old, and he's had so many massive concussions. It's tough to see. Just got to hope for the best for him, hope for a full recovery, and hope he can stay healthy moving forward. He's made the decision to come back to football. I guess it's something that obviously these guys work so hard their entire lives to play football. So to be forced into retirement at such a young age is just not an option for him, I guess. 4th and 6. So it was deemed to be an incomplete pass. And the Titans, once again, will punt the ball. Wow. Another punt coming up. Another punt coming up in this game. This punt is up, and it is down right at the 25-yard line. Is that a fumble? Is that a fumble? Titans are saying they have the ball. If they get this ball, this is the best opportunity of the game to put up points. Mike McDaniel looks stunned on the bench right now. Calais Campbell can't believe it. Is this going to be a fumble? What do the refs rule this? Let's see the replay. The replay, it's up in the air. Titans did not touch that ball. Was it touched by the Titans or Riley first? That is the big question. Punt was up and it was deflected. It was deflected by Campbell behind the line of scrimmage. That is first down, Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans with a first down. What a turn of events. And now that's 2 turnovers for the Dolphins, but you can make it 3 turnovers because there was a turnover on downs earlier as well. The Dolphins making some mistakes in a game that they need to make They need to have mistake-free football without Tua, but they are making countless mistakes, big-time errors. This replay, and it's inside of 2 minutes, so the Dolphins unable to challenge that ruling. It's going to be reviewed either way. The Titans, the guy leaped for the ball. He did not touch it. Cox didn't appear to touch it. The bounce, and almost simultaneously, the Titans and Dolphins player reach for it and touch it, and it's under official review right now. So this is so tight. I don't know that this will be overturned. I think that it's going to go in the way of the Titans myself. But we're going to see. Simultaneously, yeah, it was right at the same time that the Dolphins and the Titans player touched it. If it was touched by the Titans player, it would be downed, but it looks like they were touching it at the exact same time. This is crazy stuff that we're watching right now. There's a big-time call coming up. But because it was ruled a fumble, I don't think they can overturn it. It's too close. It's too close to overturn that. 100% too close to overturn that. Way too close. Way too close. Way too close to overturn that. 100%. So the Dolphins with another mistake. And now we'll see. Waiting on the call still. Looking at the replay. Oh my goodness. It looks like it was touched first by the Titans. Oh, it's overturned. They have such a good camera angle, obviously better than what we have available to us. We get that later than what they have behind the scenes in the NFL head office, but just touched first by the Titans, and the Dolphins will retain possession of the ball. They are so lucky on that play. So lucky. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. They have a chance to put up some points here. We'll see how aggressive they want to play this. Lined up at their 25-yard line. You got to think they're going to try to get at least a field goal here. Short pass to Devon Achane for a gain of 5, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. And yes, that was so close. That was like, watching that was like finding a needle in a haystack. Holy. 54 seconds left in the half. Dolphins might be able to tie this up. If they can move the ball effectively, get out of bounds, they still have 2 timeouts left. And they got speed, so they can get out of bounds. See how they want to play this. Huntley finds Tyreek Hill, and he's going nowhere. Hill struggling in this game. Struggling without Tua. Clock is ticking. They're not calling the timeout. It's 3rd down, that's why. 3rd down for the Dolphins. 3rd and 3. Clock is ticking down to 30 seconds, and they're now in motion. They're so unorganized. Huntley, the snap goes past Huntley. He was not aware of that, and now flags down. This can be flag against the Dolphins too. I guarantee that has to be a flag against the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel looks so annoyed. It's going to be a legal formation. I think. We'll see. The Dolphins are in shambles. McDaniel looks pissed. He can't believe this. It's a new look, new quarterback behind this offense. So there's going to be those wrinkles to iron out, but this just looks horrible. This looks like preseason football we're watching on this game. The flag. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. We'll see what this flag is. The flag is... Come on. Spit it out, referees. Get it right. Let's go. The Seahawks are on the board, I see. Thanks for updating that, Andrew. Let me know. Mike McDaniel looks so annoyed. This is crazy. Waiting the flag. What's the penalty? Huge hold up here. Trying to figure this out. Illegal shift on the offense. So, yeah. So that play didn't count because it was a dead ball penalty that happened prior to the snap. So it's false start, and the Dolphins will have another opportunity at 3rd down. They got bailed out on that one. They got really bailed out there. Huntley on that snap. That was a disaster, but they're lucky that they got bailed out with a false start. So lucky. They just showed Tua, and he's like, he's cringing at this. He can't believe what he's watching. He's like, put me out there. I'm ready. He wants to go out there and help out his team. Can't blame him because this is ugly what we're watching from the Dolphins offense. 3rd and 8. What will they do? Will they rush it and try to just eat up clock? Yes, they will. It's right, and he is stuffed for a loss. You got to think, are the Titans going to use the timeout? They use the timeout. It's 4th down with 22 seconds, maybe 23, and they're going to have to punt the ball. The Dolphins have to punt the ball. The Titans, they got to put the pressure on, see if they can get a block punt, get a good return, and who knows, maybe, just maybe, they get another 3 points on the board and double their lead right before half. That's Sweat. Tavondre Sweat, the big man out of Texas, with the play. And now Bailey on to punt. Bailey's punt is up, and he aims this thing to the right, to the left, I guess, of him. And it is out right around the 45-yard line with 16 seconds left. So one big play down the middle of the field. The Titans are out of timeout. So no down the middle of the field. They got to get out of bounds. This is a spot where you go to a guy like DeAndre Hopkins or Calvin Ridley. Probably DeAndre Hopkins. He's got the nice hands and the toe tap ability. Look for him right around maybe a comeback route, an out route, a nice little corner route. This is a spot where you can significantly impact your opportunity to win the game. Mason Rudolph. Let's see if he has ice in his veins on this next play. Mason Rudolph. Rudolph finds a man down the middle of the field, but they're going to have to rush, run, and try to spike this ball. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They got it done. The Titans got it done. I can't believe that. That is crazy. I was just saying they needed to get it out of bounds, but they got there. That was perfectly executed. Oh my. Wonderful stuff from the Titans to do that. 15, 13, just watching the replay. He got the pass off. Reception was made with 9 seconds left. He goes down, and the Titans now. Nick Folk on to make the attempt right before half with 1 second left. Can they double their lead? The kick from 47 yards out. Nick Folk, it's up, and it is right down the middle. Never a moment of doubt. 9-3, Titans lead at halftime. Wow. That was a thrilling drive from the Titans on that one. That's crazy. The Tennessee Titans just doubled their lead with that impressive one-play offensive drive before going for the field goal. Let me update my screen. Give me a moment. 9-3 Tennessee Titans. That's wild. Wild, wild stuff. The Tennessee Titans now. That was one of the... I was really impressed by that there because I wasn't expecting them to be able to get that off. I thought you got to probably go for the out of... You probably got to go towards the boundary, try to get out of bounds there. But right down the middle of the field, and they run. They run as a nice collaborative unit. They spike the football, and they are able to add 3 more points. Like I said, just give me a moment. Work with me here. I'm going to update this score as soon as I can. I'm just exporting this. First time we've done this, and I'm happy to say that this is such a fun thing to do. It's fun to talk about you, talk about a game with all of you here watching and leaving your thoughts in the comments below. How are you feeling about this game? 9-3, and the Tennessee Titans doubled their lead right before half. Nick Folk. I've never been so excited to see a field goal. That's probably because as a Bills fan, I'm always so nervous every time Tyler Bass comes on to kick a field goal. That is most likely the reason for that. But Nick Folk, never a moment of doubt for him. We are trying to get this over here. Okay, there it is. Let's get this score updated. Let's go update score. Okay. It's almost time. It's almost there. And at halftime, I'm also going to be sharing my feet. There it is. 9-3 Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans leading 9-3 at halftime. And during this halftime show, I'll also show my feature last night on Football Night in America before the Bills got destroyed by the Baltimore Ravens. That was really unfortunate to see. But the best part of my night, personally, was seeing myself on TV, even if it was just for a brief moment. It was something that was really exciting and like a little reward for all the hard work that I put into this channel, talking with all of you. It's so fun to do this. I'm just going to prepare it and send it over. We'll have this ready to go. As promised for this halftime show. 9-3 Tennessee Titans. How does everyone feel about this game? You got the field goal. Yeah, I got the field goal. We got an updated score right here. 9-3 Tennessee. Nick Folk with a crazy. So that was a crazy execution from the Tennessee Titans all around. They had 22 seconds left on the clock when they got the ball back after what was just poor offensive play from the Miami Dolphins. They were forced to punt it. So great defense from the Titans. And then you have Mason Rudolph finding an open man right down the middle of the field. And I thought they had to go out of bounds to stop the clock. But no, they get it. They spike it with 1 second left. And then it worked out better than the other way would have. Worked out better than if you would have gotten out of bounds, because that left 0 time on the clock for the Dolphins to do anything. Amazing execution. Amazing. Now, I'm just going to share this with myself right now, and I'm going to prepare this to show all of you. It's exciting to see myself featured on Football Night in America. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. See if this works. Should be good. Q says, go Bills. Go Bills, but tonight we're watching Dolphins, Titans instead, because we need something to rinse down what we watched last night. That was a horrible display from the Bills. Tonight, 9-3 Titans at half. No touchdowns scored. But Nick Folk, he just did something thrilling with that crazy play. Just to go into the halftime with that lead was some crazy stuff. And doubling their lead right before halftime was solid. I'm impressed by that big time. I really am, because for them to do that, they were really had their backs against the wall, against the clock, going up with 22 seconds. It was going to be tight for the Titans to try to score some points, but they did. They did. No, you didn't miss it, Andrew. I'm still working on getting it put up here. It's just there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Trying the best I can to get this up and prepared. But I appreciate all of you and your patience with me on my very first live stream of a game. Crazy game that we're witnessing. No, I mean, it's a pretty thrilling low-scoring game. I'm not going to lie. It really is. Dolphins, Titans. It's entertaining. It's got a lot of messy football, and it's pretty interesting to see both these teams struggling to move the football down the field. Slugfest defensively, coming up with plays on defensive side of the ball. It's good. It's got a bit of everything. It really does. Okay. So we are exporting this here, and this should be ready to show you momentarily. Tennessee Titans, Miami Dolphins. The Tennessee Titans have gotten out to a 9-3 lead. They doubled their lead on that final drive. Now let's check out some stats from this game. Let me pull up the stats for this game before I show you my feature from Football Night in America last night. So far 9-3. All points came in the second quarter. 0 points scored in the first quarter, which is actually interesting. First, it's just been a messy game for all these teams. We will look at Dolphins Titans right here. So if you can see that, I'm sharing my screen here. Yep, perfect. Titans, Dolphins. So far, Mason Rudolph came in relief of Will Levis as he hurt his shoulder in the first half. So Rudolph looking good, completing 8 of his 14 pass attempts for 79 yards. Tajay Spears, 28 yards on 7 carries. You also have Tony Pollard contributing. DeAndre Hopkins has made a few nice receptions, but Tyler Huntley, 7 of 10 passes for 35 yards, really not moving the ball down the field at all. Tyreek Hill, 2 carries for 16 yards rushing, but one of his rushes was stopped for a loss, and it forced a turnover on downs. Jalen Waddle, 2 receptions, 18 yards. He's the leader. Tyreek Hill has been unable to do much of anything in this game. More player stats. You have Tyreek Hill, 2 receptions for 3 yards. That is crazy. Tyreek Hill is unable to succeed without Tua Tagovailoa, and it makes sense because that's their top guy. But my face is covered by the Dolphins logo. I don't like that. I really don't like that. Let's get rid of this. I don't want to be a Dolphin. Get out of here. So 9-3. That is what the score is at halftime. Let's see. Comment 21-7 for Lions. Yeah, the Lions offense, they have awakened. The Lions have come out of hibernation as they've been struggling to start off the season a little bit. They lost against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's see. Lions 21-7. You have Jahmyr Gibbs with a pair of rushing touchdowns, and David Montgomery had the first touchdown of that game. In this game, the first game of the Monday night doubleheader, no touchdowns through the first half of the game, which is, you don't see that in the NFL very much anymore. It's kind of looking like a preseason game, but when you have 2 backup quarterbacks going head-to-head, that's what's going to happen. Huntley, he's the 3rd stringer, just signed off the street this week. He's doing what he can. And then you have Mason Rudolph now in for Will Levis, but I think Mason Rudolph has been looking better than Will Levis because he's not forcing anything. He's standing in there. He's got a nice pocket presence, actually. He does for a backup quarterback, and he's able to distribute the ball. He's making some nice decisions. He's not trying to do too much with the ball, and that's why the Tennessee Titans have a lead. They're not making those mistakes. I'm opening up a Diet Coke. I'm going to pour it in my Bills cup. Have a nice refill. Second half is almost underway. Still, what a game. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. I'm really enjoying doing this, and it's something that we are going to be doing more of on this channel for sure. So I'm going to do this for more primetime games throughout the season, live play-by-play reactions, and every time the Bills play an away game that I'm not going to, we'll do this. So that'll be the Jets game is the next time that I'll do a Bills reaction because I'm going to Houston. I'm going to Seattle. I'm going to be at home for the Titans-Bills game. And by the way, the Bills should absolutely crush the Titans based off what I'm seeing in this game. This is crazy stuff. 9-3 score. Not often you see that. Now, if you're new here and you're watching, why don't you let me know in the comments section? And I'd appreciate it if you click that subscribe button. Growing this channel. We're over 6,100 subscribers here on the Bills Bunker now. And it's been a crazy journey to get here. This channel is growing significantly, especially in the new season. And October, it's going to be a month filled with so much content. It's going to be hard to get it all out, but I'm going to. And you're going to enjoy. You're going to enjoy it. At least I hope you do. Hopefully more reading dumb comments after Bills wins too. Because Bills need to get a win after last game. Get their momentum back. Looks like a beautiful night at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Miami Gardens, that is. Hard Rock Stadium. It's a nice stadium. I was there last year for the Week 18 Bills-Dolphins game. But the atmosphere isn't anything like Highmark Stadium. And I'm not saying that from a biased perspective. It was a nice atmosphere, and that's because it was 50% Bills fans. So maybe 60% Bills fan. Like, it was actually mostly Bills fans at last year's game between the Bills and the Dolphins. So I imagine anytime the Dolphins play a home game, it's not very good. Now, it is still exporting, so I'm going to have to show it to you at one of the upcoming commercial breaks. But here we go. Second half, that is. Third quarter is about to be underway with Nick Folk kicking it off. And this kick is taken in the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. We are underway once again in the second quarter. Will we get a touchdown in this game? We'll see. We'll see. And thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. Nice channel. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Here we go. We're approaching 2 hours of live stream so far. It's probably more coming up, like a lot more. Probably going to hit over 3 hours because we know how the second half of a football game works. It's typically longer. A lot of talking tonight. And it's a lot of fun time spent with the Bills Bunker community. Let's go. Second quarter is underway. 15 minutes to go. Third quarter, that is. Here we go. Huntley with a handoff to Devon Achane, and he is tackled, stuffed, no gain, maybe a gain of 1 just because he fell forward. Not much going for the Dolphins offense. So the Dolphins offense thus far, 1 of 6 on third down attempts, 77 total yards in the first half. That is ugly. Ugly. This is an ugly game. This is a game that you would have saw maybe in the 70s when there wasn't very much potent offense. You're just handing the ball off like the Electric Company kind of days. Long before my time. Tyler Huntley. He had a perfect pass to Jalen Waddle that was it was beyond the line to gain for a first down, and Jalen Waddle just dropped it. The Dolphins making so many mistakes in this game. They're having opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and they continue to drop, or they're dropping those opportunities and just giving the Titans opportunities. Now 3rd and 9, and with this third-string quarterback in, it's going to be hard to gain. Maybe they go for a quarterback draw because that's the best. That's the play they've had the most success with in this game. Quarterback, he is under pressure. He tried to get it out. Nothing going for the Dolphins once again, and they're going to have to punt it away. The Miami Dolphins, 77 yards of total offense in this game. Wow. Isn't it crazy how different this offense looks without Tua? So, as much as you want to say bad things about Tua, they're really struggling without him. A lot of people were hyped up about Huntley going to Miami. And I said, I don't know. We'll see. He was signed off the streets this week. He hasn't had much time to get involved with that team. And now he's been thrown into the fire in Miami. The punt is off, and it is taken in by Jackson. Jackson rumbling. He gets forward. Not much of a gain. He took a bad-looking hit. Flag is down, and I think it's against the Dolphins based off their reaction. We'll see. We are awaiting the call on the flag. Let's see what it is. The flag is coming in. And next commercial, I will have my feature ready. So stay tuned. It's against the Tennessee Titans. It is holding. Tennessee Titans holding. Okay. So push them back further. Okay, I said I'd have it ready next commercial. I didn't anticipate it going right into commercial right now. Let's see if I can get it up real quick. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tight. I might have to do it next commercial. Let's see. Okay. We're almost. It's uploading. It's close. It's going to be close. We're still on commercial. It's almost there. But right now, 9-3. Tennessee Titans ball deep in their own territory. I think it's going to be better to show it next commercial. Don't want to miss anything in this game. Yeah, we're going to do it next commercial. I promise you this time. I promise you. Next commercial. Next commercial, we're going to show it. My feature on Football Night in America. But right now, Mason Rudolph and the Tennessee Titans offense set to come out on the field. They've played as good as you'd expect, I guess. The Dolphins' defense has looked all right at times, holding them to just 9 points. But the last drive, when they were forced to get the ball down the field and put up some points, they did. Nick Folk is the current MVP of this game, with Mason Rudolph a close second. So, here we go. And in the comments, yes. All right. Mason Rudolph. Who would have thought Mason Rudolph would come into this game and have as much success as he is? You know, he hasn't looked like a world beater, but he's doing pretty good stuff with this offense. He's working with what he's got. He's taking what the defense gives to him. That's the biggest thing. He's not making mistakes. That's what you want to see from a backup quarterback. I think Mason Rudolph has looked pretty competent tonight. And he's, right now, looks like he's leading this team to a potential victory. Now let's see if the Titans can put up any points starting at their own 14-yard line. Tony Pollard. Pollard, he avoids some tackles, rumbles forward for a gain of 4. So the Tennessee Titans offense, once again, running the football, playing ball control football, holding on to the ball, trying to maintain a lead. They're going to try to drain that clock a little bit. It's maybe a little too early to talk about draining the clock, as it's only a 6-point lead. A touchdown wins the game for Miami. Just run the ball, move the football. That's your best hope. You're running to set up the pass. Now it's 2nd and 5. And once again, Rudolph with a handoff to Pollard. Pollard, he had to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's stuffed. 3rd and 5 coming up, and now you're going to have – this is an opportunity where you're probably going to have to pass with Mason Rudolph. So we'll see how they attempt to attack this Dolphins defense on this play. We have just hit 2 hours live on this stream. Thanks to everybody who's been sticking around. This is a very fun thing to do. And now, 3rd and 5. 2 of 7 on their 3rd down conversions for the Titans. 1 of 7 for the Dolphins. Let's see if we can get a 4th 3rd down conversion in this game, because this has been just a defensive battle. Mason Rudolph, he got sacked by the Miami Dolphins defender. That's a big sack made by the Dolphins. And now they're going to have to punt it away again. Punt, 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 punt in this game. Wow, I think there's been more punts than first downs. Mason Rudolph gets sacked. And the Miami Dolphins going to take over on the offensive side of the ball. This is a field position game. And we'll see. This punt is important. Every punt is important in this game. Stonehouse, the punt, is off. And it is that's a long punt. Wow, what a kick. Taken in at the 25 by Braxton Berrios. Berrios finds a lane. Berrios all the way into Titans territory, right around the 46-yard line, 48-yard line. And that is a huge play for the Dolphins. Like I just said, every punt is pivotal in this game. And now it's commercial break coming up. Braxton Berrios. That was a huge lane. Nice blocking by the Dolphins. And Berrios gets it on the other side of the ball. Now we'll see if the Dolphins can take advantage and at least get 3 points, cut this lead in half. Now it's time to show my feature from last night on Football Night in America. Very proud to be featured here. Here it is. Drum roll, please.
Lamar Jackson. Four touchdown passes. Lamar caught the deflected pass. Oh, it's unbelievable. Those were mad moves. Allen making something happen off script. Did you say MVP?
So that was it. Honestly, it was just a short little thing where I said, fire me up, Josh Allen from last year's Steelers Bills playoff game. But honestly, to be featured on Football Night in America before Bills Ravens Sunday night football game between two top quarterbacks in the league, it was an honor. I had no idea what was happening. And huge shout out to the followers of the Bills Bunker, supporters that let me know, because I appreciate it. If you ever see me on something, let me know, because I always want to see it. It was really cool. Now, 9-3 in this game, and the quality there wasn't the greatest. I don't know what happened with that, but whatever. I had a nice footage of it. Whatever happened during the exporting, I don't know. But you saw it right here on the channel. I'm just happy I found it. I didn't see it. I had no idea it was happening. Sassy says congratulations and thank you so much. Wouldn't be possible without everyone that's here. If you haven't yet, click subscribe. Stay tuned for more content coming away all season long right here on the Bills Bunker. I'm going to be going to every Bills home game all throughout the season, recording live reactions, and I will be going to 2 road games in the month of October, Houston and Seattle. So Houston's next weekend, Seattle October 27th, as the Dolphins come on for 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line of the Titans. Devon Achane tackled after a gain of about 3 yards. Drum roll. Yes, drum roll. I was doing my own little drums. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. And Stock Unlock, you rock. You rock on. Appreciate it. Holding against the defense. So now the Titans taking some penalties, and they've been taking a lot of penalties. It's just that the Dolphins haven't been able to capitalize yet. Maybe, just maybe, the Dolphins capitalize here. We'll see. Are we about to get a touchdown in this game? Wouldn't that be something? Here we go. First down coming up after the holding call. 1st and 10. Huntley. Hand off to Devon Achane, and he is taken down for a loss of 4 or 5. Nowhere to run there. Nowhere to run. That is Tavondre Sweat, the big man out of Texas, the rookie, with a tackle for a loss. Tua and Mike McDaniel on the sideline just look so annoyed by everything that's happening. And no, whoa. Devon Achane now limping off to the sideline. And as if the Dolphins don't have enough injuries. Bruised and battered. No Raheem Mostert. No Tua. Now Jalen Phillips is beat up. And now here we go. Tyreek Hill gets a handoff on the jet sweep, and it goes for a gain of 3 or 4. Some positive net yardage. It's better than what we've seen from Miami most of tonight. Tyreek Hill, he was stuffed short earlier in this game on that exact same play, heading off to the left side instead, and that was a play that forced a turnover on downs. Now Tyreek Hill being substituted off. It's 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11, so still behind on where they'd like to be. That's for sure if you're Miami. 3rd and 11 from the 41-yard line, and really it's Huntley on the read option, and he gains about 4 yards. So at this point, there's a little bit of ruckus going on here. Arden Key's got to be careful not to get a flag, because that would be really detrimental. The Dolphins fans look so annoyed by everything. You got to send on the field goal kicker, Jason Sanders, I'd assume. On 4th and 8, Jason Sanders is lining up for what will be a very long field goal attempt. Will he be able to cut this lead in half? His career long is 57 yards. This is 56 yards out now. Wow, this is a big, big chance for another field goal. 56 yards out. Sanders. The kick is up, and it is good. 9-6. Oh, wow. 9-6 game now. Some points are being scored, that's for sure. I mean, not very many. 9-6. This is definitely not an offensive showdown. Let me get this scoreboard updated, and we are ready to rock and roll. 9-6. Tennessee Titans set to get the kickoff now. And the Buffalo Bills, wow. You see where my mind's at. I'm always thinking about the Bills. No. 9-3, Tennessee leads after a nice kick. I mean, the Buffalo Bills, honestly, they need a kicker like what we're seeing tonight. There you go. That's how I can talk about the Bills. Folk, Sanders, these guys are perfect on the night. 3 of 3 for Nick Folk, and it's 2 of 2 for Sanders. And they've all been pretty long-distance kicks because neither of these are able to move the football effectively. And they do take penalties or make mistakes or fumble the ball, whatever it might be. They're just having so many problems putting up points. So the Miami Dolphins, they're fortunate that they can even get those 3 points on that drive. Tyreek Hill's not looking like himself. He's fast, but he's not balling out tonight, that's for sure. Jalen Waddle is the leading receiver on the night. He has 17 yards. He's dropped a pass. That was a crucial first down. Every first down in this game is crucial. The most important players on both of these teams right now are the running backs, the defensive line, the punters, and the kickers, because they are the ones making the biggest impact. The punters and the kickers. It's a game of field position. And now we have updated the scoreboard. It is now 9-6 for the Tennessee Titans. They had their lead cut in half with that 56-yard field goal that was converted by Jason Sanders. So here we are in the third quarter. 9-6, 15 points total. The over-under on this game was set right around 38 points. So anyone who's a bettor that bet under, you're looking pretty solid. Honestly, we might get a defensive touchdown in this game before we see an offense push anything in, because there's no going for it on 4th down in this game. If you have an opportunity to put up 3 points, you take it. Offenses aren't even getting deep enough into the other team's territory to consider going for a touchdown. Like, this is just a defensive showdown. This is something we would have saw in the 70s, the 80s, before we got, like great receivers, great quarterbacks. This is something different. it's not the typical NFL game, that's for sure. And you know what? It's an interesting game for my first live stream reaction. That's for sure. Here we go. We will see. Tennessee Titans, 1st and 10 with 9:02 to go in the third quarter. From their own 30-yard line. It's going to be a long... Oh, Rudolph. That's a completion, and Tajay Spears with a gain of 5. Spears, gain of 5, and now it's 2nd down and 5. Every single play. There's not many chunk yardage plays. It's just every play, short little gains, dink and dunk, maybe mostly rushing the football. We'll see if anything can come from this offensive drive for the Titans. If they can even get a field goal, it would be huge. Yeah, Bernie Smith says, woohoo, big gain. 5-yard gain is huge in this game. Here we go. 2nd and 5. Rudolph under center, and it's Spears who gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage once again. Following up that play brings up 3rd and 5. So these offenses are really unable to stay ahead of schedule. And what I mean when I say ahead of schedule is on 1st down, you want to get at least a 4-yard gain, and then the next play, make it 3rd and short. But they're unable to do that. It's 3rd and 4. That's an intermediate yardage situation. So you're not really able to push the pile too much with a QB sneak or anything. Maybe you just rush the ball here, but I'm anticipating going to the slot receiver. Mason Rudolph. He's looking for DeAndre Hopkins on the boundary, and Kohu breaks it up, but that's going to be a flag. That will be pass interference against Kohu, I think. Yes, it's pass interference against Miami. That is a big play right there. That's one of the bigger plays we've seen. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down for the Tennessee Titans. And now the Titans, see, that is the kind of thing that we're seeing. Penalty yardage is probably having a bigger impact than either of these offenses. Kohu quite clearly holding him up. DeAndre Hopkins is unable to make any play there. 1st and 10 Tennessee now. So it's 7 penalties for 65 yards on Tennessee, and Miami's been unable to capitalize on that. But 2 penalties for 20 yards against the Miami Dolphins. D-Land says, Ravens flocks. Nice to see you. The Ravens absolutely rumbled all over the Buffalo Bills last night. There's no denying that one. Here we go. The handoff to Spears is a gain of about 3. The Ravens look good. The Ravens look really good. So if you're new here, click subscribe. Stay tuned for more content coming your way all season long. Maybe be doing these live reaction play-by-plays throughout the season for primetime games and for some away games that the Bills play that I don't go to. I'm going to go to every Bills home game, have my live reaction videos, and I'm going to go to Houston next weekend. Hopefully the Bills put on a better performance for that one. And I'm going to go to Seattle at the end of October. Here we go. We'll see. I may get to your comments in a bit, Bernie. Handoff to Tony Pollard. Pollard, he finds a lane. Tony Pollard is rumbling. He's tumbling all the way down inside the Dolphins 10. That is a big chunk yardage play for the Tennessee Titans. And that is huge. Huge on 2nd and 9. So what you're going to see the right tackle come across. He's going to create a lane by pulling, and Tony Pollard finds that lane. Excellent execution. He might not be as fast as James Cook, though, because Javon Holland caught up to him, pushed him out of bounds before he found his way into the end zone. So now we have a trip to the red zone. It's pistol formation, and we have trick play. Oh, no, not trick plays. We've seen this. Just last night, Mason Rudolph is lined up as a receiver, and 1st and goal. Yeah, you don't do trick plays. They kill your momentum, especially when you're losing. Yeah, 35-10. I see you. Aha. 35-10 was crazy. Not gonna lie. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Yes. First time we've said this all game long. 1st and goal. Are we about to see a touchdown? I certainly hope we're going to get a touchdown in this game. Tony Pollard was so close. He's just not fast enough. And now you have Pollard and Spears in the backfield. They're both heading, and we're doing the trick play again. Now it's Spears in the Wildcat. Spears into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans have scored the game's first touchdown. Tajay Spears. Wow. Let me update the scoreboard after we get the point after attempt. The Tennessee Titans putting up some points finally, and that in a game like this, that would be enough to the Tennessee Titans their very first win of the season. Because 6 minutes left in the third quarter, and the Dolphins just unable to get any offense going. The kick is up. It is good for the point after attempt. Make it a 10-point game in the third quarter, 16-6 for the Tennessee Titans. 16-6. I'm going to get this scoreboard updated in a moment. Let me do my thing. 16-6, Tennessee. The Titans. That was perfectly executed and nice Wildcat run. I would like to see Tony Pollard get a touchdown there, to be honest. I did have Tony Pollard to score the first touchdown, so I'm a little bit disappointed that he got pushed out of bounds and he's too slow. But the Titans now leading 16-3 over Miami, who looked abysmal all game long. The Dolphins, you lose games like this before Tua comes back, and I think it's safe to say that your season is in some serious jeopardy, because that's a lot to come back from for any team with Buffalo and New York Jets in the division. And the score, here it is. It is updated. 16-6 for the Tennessee Titans. The Miami Dolphins are getting squished right now. The fish are getting squished by the Tennessee Titans. Spears, welcome back. Love to see it. And D-Land, good game last night, though. Not a good game. Your team is tough, and we'll do good on a serious note. I certainly hope so. And who knows? I mean, the Bills should make the playoffs. Let's be real. The Bills, Ravens, we might see a rematch in the playoffs. And the Bills, they'll give you a better run next time. I'd hope. But those Ravens, that backfield with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson is legit. And the first two games looked a little rough. Obviously, going up against Kansas City, that's tough anytime you have to do that. Trust me, as Bills fans, we know. And then going up against the Raiders, that was a tough game. But going up against Dallas Cowboys, you ran all over them. Really started to get chemistry in that backfield with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. And I also know a player on the Baltimore Ravens, by the way. I went to school. Well, I played football with your edge rusher, Tavius Robinson. So the Baltimore Ravens, I didn't cheer for them last night, but maybe I root for them over a lot of other teams. I'm obviously a Bills fan, but I want to see a guy from my hometown succeed. So hoping for the best for Tavius and the Ravens. But just not when they play against the Bills. Here we go. We're back for the Dolphins and Titans. And tried to get Tom Grassi to radio, but didn't happen. Tom Grassi, you know what? I've never actually talked to him, but Tom Grassi is someone who I like all of his content. I've followed him for quite some time now. The podcast is sick. It's good stuff. Here we go. Huntley on 1st and 10. Huntley under pressure. Oh my. He goes down. That is a sack and a loss of at least 5 yards. The Tennessee Titans, Joseph Day. He's doing a little Ed Oliver celebration. Joseph Day, big number 69 with the sack. And that is not good news for the Miami Dolphins. They're showing Jalen Phillips walking gingerly back into the locker room post game, and you got to be worried if you're a Miami Dolphins fan. I think this season's looking like a write-off as we get every single week. If you're Dolphins fans, it's tough. It's tough out there. Now it's Tyreek Hill with the reception, and he goes for a gain of maybe 3. This Dolphins offense really struggling to move the ball at all. Tyreek Hill, he's not looking like himself either without Tua. Bill's Bunker does have a Facebook page. I'll drop the link to that in the comments after this game. I'll do that. That's what we'll do. Joey Prod says Bill's on top. I want to see him come out on top next weekend, that's for sure. And hey, that's a sick little profile photo you got there. That's good. That's good stuff. Here we go. 3rd and 17. 1 of 8 on third down conversions thus far. Hundley's airing it out down the field for Tyreek Hill, and he launched it past Tyreek Hill about 3 or 4 yards too deep. Huntley went deep. That was the first big shot taken by this Dolphins offense in this game. You got to try to stretch the field vertically, down by 10-plus points in this game now. And Tyreek Hill, he almost caught it off the bounce, but off the bounce doesn't count. Tyreek Hill is frustrated, taking his helmet off, and the Jarius Sneed has had good coverage on him all night. Here we go. The punt is up. It is caught by Jackson, and it is taken back. He's fighting for yards, taken to about their own 42-yard line. Tyreek Hill looks like he's about to pull an Antonio Brown and walk off the field. He looks pissed, and it is a flag on the field now. Tyreek Hill is really, really frustrated, visibly. And Tua looks like he's walking over to calm him down, most likely. Flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct by the kicking team. So the Miami Dolphins take a penalty when they punted the ball, and it was a nice return. The Dolphins playing some undisciplined football now. This game is getting to them, not being able to move the ball offensively. It's getting into their minds. It's 1st and 10 with 4:20 to go in the third quarter. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy stuff. And the diddler, that is unacceptable. You're being put in a timeout for that, okay? You can't be commenting that. Okay, you want to do that? What do we got here going on in the comments section? Come on now. I'm just going to ban you guys because I don't like that perv alert stuff. All right, you're done. You're done. Bill's Bunker does not endorse perv comments. Yeah, some creeping trolls. I guess they got nothing better to do. Andrew says, you're so lucky that you meet all of these sports players. You're a special person. I appreciate that. I really do. It means a lot to me, Andrew. And I appreciate you always being here. As Tony Pollard with a run and a nice gain for a first down. You are a cool dude, Andrew. Nick says Tyreek is running my fantasy team this year. I have Tyreek Hill on one of my fantasy teams, and I'm trying to trade him because it's a keeper league. And there's so many questions about Tua. Without Tua right now, his stock is going down, and it's going down every week. We'll look at the stats after this game is done, but boy, oh boy, the Dolphins, they look like they're in some serious trouble. And handoff goes to Tony Pollard. He is stuffed. This is a defensive, grindy game. Spirit Sports, Bill's Talk says, I love your channel, and thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you are a member on this channel. You get priority in the comments. Always. I really appreciate it. You've been here for quite some time in almost every live stream. So thank you for your support. And if you want to become a member, all you got to do is click the join button down below. You'll get some perks. And Small monthly fee. Hector Sandoval says Dolphins suck. Well, we can agree on something, Hector. The Dolphins aren't playing very well at all without Tua. Mason Rudolph, handoff to Tajay Spears, and he got lit up behind the line of scrimmage. That was Jalen Ramsey with the tackle for a loss. So, Dolphins defense trying to come up with a big-time stop and give their offense a chance to do something again, because down by 10 points with just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, time is of the essence in this game where it's all defensive stuff. It's a defensive, grindy battle that we would have saw in the 70s. But the Tennessee Titans, they're in field goal range here on 3rd and 11. They just got to play smart enough not to get pushed out of it. So, Mason Rudolph, it's a flag. The flag is down. So, if this is against the Titans, false start it is. So, that right there is exactly what I was talking about. We're in the third quarter, Spears. Third quarter with 1 minute 31 to go. 1 minute 31 seconds to go. False start penalty against the Tennessee Titans is going to back them up a little bit. And the clock is ticking. 3rd and 16. The handoff now to Spears. Spears gains 2 or 3. So this is going to probably set them up for a long field goal attempt once again. It's going to be right around a 50-yard attempt if that is what they elect to do. Mike McDaniel looking at his play sheet with his hand on his face. Very, very frustrated, confused. Doesn't know what to do at this point. And Nick Folk is lined up for a field goal attempt. He is 3 of 3 on the night, with his long being 53 yards. This one's from 51 yards out, and it is once again right down the middle. So we now have a 19-6 game for the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to update my scoreboard. Give me a 19 Tennessee. This game, it's not looking good if you're a Dolphins fan, that's for sure. It's going to be really, really hard for them to come back in this one now. The Tennessee Titans, if you want to say pouring it on in this defensive showdown, this is as close as you can get to pouring it on in a game like this. 19 points, 4 field goals for the Tennessee Titans, just 1 touchdown that was scored by Tajay Spears. That's the only touchdown in this game. Sanders has had 2 field goals for the Dolphins. And this game, we're getting close, down to the wire here as we approach the fourth quarter. Just 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Tyreek Hill now, he's still frustrated, very frustrated. And I must say, it makes sense to be frustrated. Everyone else around him is pretty much incompetent. So, the Dolphins, if you're a Dolphins fan, this sucks. For me, I'm loving it. I'm loving this defensive slugfest that we're watching. The Titans, 19-6. Scoreboard is updating as we speak. Here we go. That's almost 20 points. Almost 20 points from the Titans. There it is. 19-6 in favor of the Tennessee Titans. Tyreek Hill, visibly frustrated. He's back out there now. Actually, is he out there? I don't think he is out there. Tyreek Hill's on the bench. He's got his helmet on, though, ready to go back out there. But this is some interesting thing. This is interesting. This is something to watch. Tyreek Hill, over the last 3 weeks, he has less receiving yards than he had in week 1. And the Dolphins stopped short of the first down line to gain, but it's going to be 3rd and 1. So we'll see if they can get this on the other side. It's now the end of the third quarter. Tennessee Titans lead 19-6. It has been all Tennessee all night long, I guess. I mean, really, the second half has been them running away with it. They've scored 10 points in this second half, and that's more than the Dolphins have all night long. Shrek Swamp says Josh Allen is so fine. Haley Steinfeld thinks so. Spears Bills Sports Talk says at least we have something to smile about this week. It is nice to see the Dolphins lose. Anytime you watch the Miami Dolphins divisional opponent lose, can't really have complaints. Now, it's not over till it's over, but I'm going to say it's going to be really hard for Huntley to lead this team to a comeback. They're down by 13 points. If they got 2 touchdowns, they'll win. But really, maybe we'll get a touchdown from the Dolphins. I'd be surprised if they didn't get at least another 3 points in this game. We'll see, though. The Titans defense has been coming up with big-time plays at big-time moments, and the Dolphins offense, they're struggling to move the ball at all. So far in the game, let's get some stats while we I'll show some stats before we go back to. All right, so far in this game, let's see what we've got. At the end of the third quarter, we have Mason Rudolph. This is crazy. 47 passing yards for Tyler Huntley, who's completed 9 of 15 passes, 3 carries for 19 yards. He's the leading rusher for the Miami Dolphins. And then the leading receiver for the Dolphins is Jalen Waddle, 2 receptions, 18 yards, and he had a tough drop. This is the kind of game we're watching. Field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal, touchdown, field goal. Not much movement from either side in this game. Total team stats. Dolphins just 84 total yards, 29 passing yards, 2.2 yards per play. 2.2 yards per play. If that's not telling enough, that is indicative of how this night has gone for the Dolphins. 2.2 yards per play is absolutely ludicrous. The Dolphins defense is playing nice, but that Dolphins offense being led by Snoop Huntley in his first week back in the NFL, signing off the streets, clearly it's a big challenge to do that. So here we are. Fourth quarter is just about to get underway. Let's go. To start it off, he's right around the line to the Dolphins player is right around the line to gain. Looks like they're marking him short, though. So we're going to have a big play coming up. Can the Dolphins get the first down on 4th and inches? What will be their strategy to game plan here? They've been doing a lot of motioning with Tyreek Hill, their best player. Are they going to go back to the well? Because it hasn't been working. The Titans have a big defensive front, and Huntley might not be the best player. Okay, they got their fullback Ingold in the backfield, and on 4th and 1, looks like something's happening. Is McDaniel challenging this? McDaniel. Miami is challenging the ruling on the field of the spot. So the Dolphins challenging the spot on the play. And if they don't get this right, if they lose this challenge, that's close. That's close. But I think he might be short still. So this could be a costly challenge. If the Dolphins lose this challenge, then they lose a timeout, and they're already down by 13 points, which is 2 possessions. But the way that this is going, it's more than 2 possessions. So we'll see if the Dolphins get this right, because if not, critical mistake by Mike McDaniel. But I guess at this point, he's decided you got to take a shot. On 4th and 1, you don't believe in your team to get a 4th and 1? That is pretty telling. Just 2.2 yards per offensive play in this game. You can't get 1 yard 4th and 1 as an offensive genius head coach. Offensive genius head coach is what everyone calls him. That is telling. He doesn't believe in anyone on this offense. That's crazy. Nick says, I went to a 6-3 Bills loss to the Browns once. The game is packed with offense. Yeah, that's crazy. 6-3 Bills lost to the Browns. That's ugly. That's ugly, man. Wow. Oh, 19-6. At least, yeah, this game is packed with offense compared to that one. At least we've gotten a touchdown. I couldn't imagine being a Dolphins fan at this game. That would really stink. Wow. Worst game I've went to as a fan might have been 2017 or 16. 2017 when the Bills got lit up by the New Orleans Saints. It was the first we saw of Nathan Peterman in the NFL. Tyrod Taylor, he led the Bills to one field goal. I think the final score was something like 48-10 for New Orleans. That was crazy blowout, but it was cool to see Drew Brees. In terms of just low-scoring games, I don't think about anything like a 6-3 kind of game. Oh, the Patriots game was interesting. The wind game where Mac Jones threw the ball 3 times for 2 incompletions, but nothing like a 6-3 game. I haven't experienced that. Here we go. It is now, the challenge was lost by Miami. So the Dolphins lose a timeout, and that could be crucial. It's 4th and 1. Achane, he is stuffed behind the line to gain. He is stuffed, and the Dolphins lost their timeout. So poor coaching decision from Mike McDaniel and poor coaching decision on the offensive play that they drew up from their offensive genius head coach. It's now a turnover on downs, and it is Tennessee ball. 1st and 10 for the Titans. 14:08 to go. And at this point, you got to think that the Dolphins or the Titans, they're just going to hand the ball off. Tell Mason Rudolph, hand off the ball to Tajay Spears and Tony Pollard, our most effective players in this game. Run the clock down. Let's get out of here with a win. Big time stop from the Titans. Crazy stuff. And now it's 21-14 in the other game. And the Lions are in the red zone once again, trying to add on to their lead. But back to the Titans. It's Mason Rudolph keeping the ball on a fake toss, and he's just going to toss this one into the dirt. I don't agree with that play call from the Titans. I guess they're trying not to be too predictable at this point in time, but I think you have a lead in a game like this where it's all defense. Just run the clock, run the ball. Dolphins... You came up with 0 yards there. On a run play, you probably would have came up with at least 2. You take what you can get in a game like this. Anyways, Tajay Spears is lined up in the backfield. It's it's a pretty close formation. You have the guard who pulls. That's going to be a face mask. Face mask against the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty. That's a big penalty against the Dolphins. Emmanuel Ogbah, who had an interception earlier in this game, he takes a face mask penalty, 15 yards, automatic 1st down for the Titans, and the Dolphins continue to make mistakes in big-time moments. The fans in Miami are just having a tough night. Tajay Spears got the face mask. Emmanuel Ogbah pulled him by the face mask, and we had a touchdown in the other game. Jared Goff caught a touchdown reception, and it was thrown by Amon-Ra St. Brown. So that's a 2-touchdown lead for the Lions. But now back to our game. From the 23-yard line, it's a handoff to Spears. Spears gains 2-3 yards. Jalen Waddle on the bench looks miserable. The Dolphins, they can't believe it. Yes, Goff with the touchdown reception was absolutely thrilling. More thrilling than what we've seen here tonight, but it is nice to see the Miami Dolphins struggling. The Dolphins can't do anything right in this game. And it's been a downward spiral all throughout the second half. 2nd and 8 for Tennessee. They're in field goal range. They have an opportunity to add on their lead at the Miami 20-yard line. Spears, he does a pitch to Calvin Ridley. It's a little misdirection there. And Ridley gains the first down for the Tennessee Titans, going down to Miami's 10-yard line. This is a big trip to the red zone. Can the Titans put up another touchdown and put the final nail in the coffin in this game? The Dolphins fans look so annoyed. That's tough. Fins down, says Nick. At least we score a touchdown. The Bills got blown out, but they got a touchdown. But we do have Josh Allen. The Dolphins have Huntley. I don't think we should be comparing ourselves to this team. Here we go. Rudolph with the handoff to Spears. Spears is swallowed up by Miami's defense. Big play by their defensive line, trying to limit the damage from Tennessee, but that clock is ticking. We are now at 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Second and goal for the Titans. And if you look at the upcoming schedule for Tennessee, they have a bye week after this, go to Indianapolis, and then at Buffalo in week 7. So this is a little scouting report we got going on as the Bills will play against the Titans in week 7, and then I think it's Miami in week 8, November 3rd or November 8th. Second and goal from the 10. Handoff goes to Tony Pollard. He's tackled for a loss behind the line of scrimmage, right around the 11 or 12-yard line, and that clock continues to wind down. The Titans can take this under 11 minutes on third and goal. And honestly, at this point, you're up by 13 points. Dolphins offense can't move the football. I'm not even going to try to go for a touchdown here if I'm the Titans. I'm going to just run the ball, see what my guys can do. They're zooming in on DeAndre Hopkins, but really, a field goal would be just fine. You always want to get the touchdown, but a field goal would just be just fine. So, Rudolph, no, they're going to pass it. And it's incomplete. Will stop the clock. See, that was where I was coming from, because at least you get to take off another 40 seconds. Maybe get out of here a little quicker, but now you're going to bring on Folk for a field goal attempt on 4th and 11. 4th and 11. Mason Rudolph, maybe not the best pass attempt of the game for him, but he has done some pretty good stuff. Hasn't thrown an interception. Will Levis did throw that interception in the first session, right to Emmanuel Agba. So the kick from Folk, 29 yards out, is good, and that pushes the lead to now 22-6 for Tennessee. That is over 20 points, and that should be enough to beat this Miami Dolphins team. The Dolphins, at this point, will be lucky if they score anything more than 6 points. Absolutely crazy. The downfall of the Dolphins after Tua. You don't like to see Tua go down with injury, but as Bills fans, you love to see the Dolphins struggle, that's for sure. 22-6. Now I'm going to update the score. 22-6. Tough game for the Dolphins. It's brutal. 22-6. Oh, boy. Dolphins can't even score a touchdown anymore. That's crazy. It's crazy. It really is. What having Tua, how different it looks without Tua. Huntley, I think Huntley's better than what we're seeing in this game, to be honest. It's just they signed him this week because Skylar Thompson went down with injury on Sunday against the Seahawks. So really, Huntley has had 4 days of preparation for this game since moving over to Miami. Signed off the streets, have to get conditioned. He's probably in good condition already. He can run, he's fast. But getting into game shape, mentally prepared for this game, learning a new playbook, it's not good. It's not good for the Dolphins. So it's just a mess. It's indicative of how their season has gone since Tua has gone down with injury. And boy, oh boy. Well, I was nervous about playing the Dolphins twice this year, says Nick. And yeah, I mean, there's not much reason to be nervous about the Dolphins unless they get Tua back, because he is planning on coming back. We don't know a timeline. I don't know a timeline for when he comes back, and I really don't want to see them rush him back. Not because I don't want to see the Dolphins do good. I don't care how the Dolphins do. They're not going to win the division this year. I don't want Tua taking another hit, person to person, like taking another hit to the head. That this guy's had enough concussions in his career, and fortunate to see. You got to hope for the best for another human being. Nancy says, I've been a Bills fan since OJ was running nearly 300 yards a game. We were still losing 33-3. That was then, and this is now. Go Bills. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night, Nancy. And OJ Simpson and the Electric Company, they were quite the crew running the football. It was just everything around them was horrible, horrible stuff. I wasn't alone for that, but I've studied, I've researched that. I know my Bills history, and that was some bad times for the Bills. That OJ Simpson really was just looking forward to what can he do this game? What record can he break this time? But it's much better times now. Much better times. I'll take a team with a winning record any day of the week. Consistent playoff contender. Even though last night, the Bills got blown out, but that was the first time in years that they've gotten blown out. Now Huntley on first down. He finds Tyreek Hill for a first down. It's a gain of 15. That is the biggest play of the game for Miami. Can they make things interesting? We'll see. We're about to find out. It's going to take a lot. But if there's a team that would choke, it might be Tennessee. Tyreek Hill with a reception. That's his longest of the night. It's a chunk play in this game. 1st and 10, 10 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Clock is winding down. Tyreek Hill in motion. The handoff to Brooks. And to right, that is another big play for the Dolphins. So that's 2 plays, 30-plus yards from Miami. They're trying to get things going here. Mike McDaniel's pulling some plays out of the playbook. I don't know where this was all night long, but the Dolphins trying to do something here. Right, the rookie running back that was drafted this year, that was his best run of the game. 22-6 for Tennessee. Under 10 to go. Got to remember that the Dolphins only have 2 timeouts. They challenged that play earlier when Mike McDaniel made the decision on 4th and 1, and then they failed to convert either way. And now Jones is going to the blue medical tent. But Miami is at least in field goal range at the Tennessee 34. Huntley with a fake toss, and he threw that right over the head of Jalen Waddle. That was bad. Bad pass. So momentum shot down by a play like that, and that has been the story of the game for Miami. Can they continue? Can they actually recover from the momentum that they've lost? Because that has been the story of the game for them. They get some momentum, and then they shoot themselves in the foot with a bad play. They're behind schedule on 2nd and 10. Now have some yards to gain. Can they actually get some positive play on this next snap? Huntley, and there's a flag down. Huntley, chunk played at Tyreek Hill, who's tackled at the 10-yard line, but this might be coming back due to a hold. I think it is. The flag, the call. It's an illegal shift against the offense on, I believe, Tyreek Hill. So that was all for nothing. Like I said, anytime the Dolphins get a positive net play, they shoot themselves in the foot. Illegal shift. What happened there was Tyreek Hill. He went out to his right, but he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage in time. So, yep, not good for Miami. Now it's 2nd and 15. So now they're behind schedule once again. 9-10 to go in the 4th quarter as the Dolphins come out with motion from the tight end. And it's another flag on the Dolphins offense pre-snap, I believe. And that looked like it was maybe a face mask if they caught that. So this might be offsetting penalties, replaying the next down, but at least a penalty against Miami pre-snap. Illegal shift. Mike McDaniel's trying to do too much right now, I think, with a lot of players. Like, you have Huntley in there who just signed off the streets this week. And you got all these motions. Everyone looks confused on the Dolphins offense. They don't know what's going on out there. Corey says, Dolphin fan here, but we need to rebuild. I think Tua, we can't wait on. I mean, honestly, the Dolphins record this year is not looking like it's going to be good. You guys might get a really nice draft pick. And that would be, honestly, maybe the best thing that you can do. You have a lot of money invested in Tua, which might be a problem. But it's crazy how different your team looks without him. It really is. And even Bills fans don't want the Dolphins to succeed, obviously, but we never want to see Tua go down with an injury like that, and we hope for the best for him as a person. Steph shares saying that Tua needs to retire, the poor guy. He's young. I think he's 26 years old, and as someone who he's fought his entire life to get to this level of football, so it's hard for him to hang up the cleats at such a young age when there's still so much money to be made. There's still so much opportunity for him, but that he's got to think about his health, in my opinion, as well. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Miami. They got the first down on that last play, and now it's Wright, the rookie draft pick, rumbling forward for a gain of 6. And by the way, it's nice to see a Dolphins fan on here. I had a lot of fun when I went to Miami last year. Bills, Dolphins, we have a rivalry, but we can talk. We can talk as fans, have good discussions. I hope you've subscribed to the channel. I will be going to the next Bills Dolphins game in a few weeks. You should stay tuned for content from that game. You might not want to, though, based off what we're seeing tonight. Jalen Waddle, he struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. 4 concussions. I know. It's crazy. I'm not saying that what he's deciding to do is the right thing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying this is his perspective on it, and I respect what he wants as a person. But that's tough. I'm not a doctor. I can't make the decision for Tua either. I'm telling you how Tua feels about it. He wants to lead your team to good things. We'll see if he can do it. But it's a lot. MV says Dolphins suck. Yeah. Right. The rookie draft pick is taken down by another rookie draft pick, T'Vondre Sweat. T'Vondre Sweat has been playing excellent football, the big guy out of Texas. And I believe those two were teammates in college. Yes, Jalen Wright, the rookie out of Texas, the former Texas Longhorn, taken down by his old Texas Longhorn teammate, T'Vondre Sweat. Tua is a good dude. Hopefully it works out for him. Yeah, 100%. You saw Bills Mafia donated a bunch of money to Tua's foundation after he went down with injury. No one wants to see him hurt off the field. We want to see him thriving as a human being. We don't want to see him doing too good on the field, but we don't want to see him injured like that. Nobody. It's not good. But this game, time is winding down on the Miami Dolphins, now down to 5:36. And it's a flag against the offense. That is how the night is gone. Anytime they get some positive yardage, they take a flag. Miami fans are livid. Wow. That's a tough call. But it's a penalty. Down 22-6 with 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Time is winding down. The Dolphins on 4th and 11. This is their last shot. Huntley, he finds a man. He finds Jalen Waddle. Waddle down to the 5-yard line, inside the 10, at the 5. And the Dolphins now have 1st and goal set up with an opportunity to get a touchdown. Just 2 timeouts left, though, after that questionable challenge from Mike McDaniel earlier in this game. So, can the Dolphins make things interesting here? Based off of this game, you got a touchdown and you're right back in it. We'll see. Dolphins have Devon Achane lined up behind Huntley. It's motion with Smythe. And Achane gets the carry. He is tackled down at the 1. Dolphins signaling for the touchdown. It's down at the 1 for sure. Now they have that clock winding down. Down to 4:30 left. Achane, his knee was his forearm, shoulder, it was all down before he got that ball across the plane. And here we go. 2nd and goal with 4:18 left. Achane gets a handoff, and he gets stuffed once again. This time is ticking. And boy, oh boy, time's running out on the Dolphins, especially the way their offense has been moving in this game slowly. 3:57 to go. Whoa. I didn't realize that. Dolphins offense last touchdown was against the Bills in the 1st quarter of week 2. Oh, it's worse than I thought. Wow. That's crazy information. 3rd and goal. Huntley on the keeper. Quarterback draw. Touchdown Miami. There it is. Their first touchdown in quite some time. The Miami Dolphins get on the board with 6 points. 22-12. Now, down by 10 points. I guess they made it interesting. They got to come up with some big stops. We'll see. What do they elect to do here? Down by 10 points. You go for 2 points here. You got to go for the 2-point conversion. You got to get a touchdown after this in a 2. So you need excellence. You need a 2-point conversion. You need a touchdown and another 2-point conversion to come back and win. Huntley on the 2-point conversion. The snap. It's a fake handoff to Achane, and it is intercepted by the Tennessee Titans. That should do it. That should be the final nail in the coffin, unless the Tennessee Titans mess this up. Mike McDaniel can't believe it. That's just an ill-advised pass from Huntley. That's nothing to do with him being signed off the streets this week. That's just bad decision-making. I'm going to update the scoreboard. 22-12 is now our score. And meanwhile, the Detroit Lions pouring it on over the Seattle Seahawks, who are most likely going to have their unbeaten season come to an end, down 35-20. I guess it's not as bad as what the Bills endured last night to Baltimore, losing by a score of 35-10. But scoreboard is being updated as we speak. 22-12. Weird score for sure. Dolphins do the onside kick. At this point, you might need to. 2 timeouts left. You probably got it for a formality. So we will have the score updated in a moment. I'm just sharing this. Here we go. The onside kick, though. Onside kick is recovered by the Titans, and you can say goodnight to Miami Dolphins fans. The Dolphins have 2 timeouts left, so I guess there's still some chance for the Dolphins in this game, but that hope is wearing thin. Dolphins fans, it's got to be a painful game that they've just watched. It was a little bit painful for me to watch all this, to be honest, because these teams were struggling to move the ball downfield. But it was interesting to see so much defense. Now the scoreboard's being updated. Just give me a moment. It's processing a bunch of information. It takes a little bit. It's the first run that I've had of the live stream. So work with me. I appreciate all of you that have stayed this long. We've been live 3 hours now, and I'm going to do this more. I'm really enjoying this. Live play-by-play commentary for primetime games and for Bills games that I'm not at live. This is something different. It's a new look on the Bills bunker. I like it. How do you feel about these? Let me know in the comments below. 22-12 coming up. Hold up. 2nd and 9. So the Dolphins making a couple big stops there, and maybe, just maybe, are they going to use the timeouts yet? We'll see. So the clock has been stopped. What's going on with this score thing? It's taking a while to upload this. Okay, 3rd and 8 now. Okay, there's the score. It is up. There it is, 22-12 for the Titans. And now we have 3rd and 8 coming up for Tennessee. So the Titans have the Dolphins down to 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning left. The Dolphins got to hope for a miracle at this point. We'll see if they can get that miracle. They got to force a turnover maybe. Rudolph hands it off to Pollard, and he is stuffed behind the line to gain. Oh, the Dolphins say they have it. Do they actually, though? I'm not sure they do. Javon Holland, not Javon Holland, but the Dolphins appear to have the football. Do they actually have this turnover? I need to see a replay. Pollard he's down. Pollard is down. There was no fumble on that play. The ball came out after he was down. So the Tennessee Titans are going to have the opportunity to punt this ball away on 4th and 8. Fourth and 8, 2:42 to go. Dolphins have no timeouts left. Braxton Berrios back to return the punt for the Dolphins, and he has an opportunity. We'll see if they give him an opportunity to touch the ball. He's looked good. If you're the Titans, you got to consider just punting this thing out of bounds towards the sidelines. 2:42 to go. This punt is up, and it is going perfectly placed punt for the Titans. It is down inside Miami's 10. So now you're making that Dolphins offense work. No timeouts left. Just the 2-minute warning. And you have the opportunity to get things out of bounds. But the Dolphins offense that has struggled to move the ball for a majority of this game now has to go down the field, not once, but twice. And they need to go down the field. They need to score a touchdown, and they need to get possession of the ball again, down by 10 points. You could kick a field goal if you get down into that range. But really, the Dolphins just got to hope for a miracle at this point with no timeouts left. We'll see how it goes. It's not looking good for Miami. Inside their own 10, at their 8-yard line. Huntley now. He's being pressured. He almost got... Oh, he throws it. It's intercepted. That is intercepted. Is it? Is it caught? I think it is. Did he get both feet down? Let's see what the ruling on the field is. It's a flag. I think that's an interception. Intentional grounding against the defense, or the offense, sorry. And it's a safety instead. It's a safety. So the Dolphins, that is it for Miami. Good night. 2 points allowed on the safety because he was inside the tackle box. He tossed the ball out, and he was going to get sacked inside the end zone. So it's a safety. 2 points taken against the Dolphins, and now they have to punt the ball. When do you see that happen? Not very often. Once again, 24-12 for the Tennessee Titans, who are about to get their first win of the season. The Tennessee Titans going into Miami as underdogs in this game, according to the betting lines. And it looks like they're going to come out with a win. Dolphins, Mike McDaniel questioning, hey, what's going on here? And that play, it looked like it was an interception, but he did not really have possession of it. But either way, it's a safety. It's going to be an updated score coming 24-12. And the Dolphins, they're going to have to say goodnight. These fish, these mammals, the Dolphins had their blowholes covered tonight. There's no coming and resurfacing for water in this game. No resurfacing for air, that is, in this game. The Titans are holding the Dolphins underwater, and they're forcing them not to breathe because that offense is unable to move the ball effectively. And this game, they're trying to do like an onside punt now. And the Dolphins. Did the Dolphins? What just happened? Did they just... The Titans backed away from it. The Titans just backed away from that punt. And now... Is that Miami ball? Oh, what a mistake by the Titans. They were the special teams coordinator saying you're supposed to catch it. And now this gives the Miami Dolphins some new life. Oh, boy. Let's see what the ruling on the field is. This is such a weird thing. You don't see this very often. That is for sure. So this punt is up. Nobody from the Titans recovered it. They just all backed away. They backed away from the ball. They're supposed to fair catch it. They looked confused on that play, just as confused as I was. And now the Dolphins. Oh, that's not the right score. It's 24-12. Dolphins do not have possession of the ball. So it is Titans ball. After all that, it's Titans ball anyways. Titans ball. They have an opportunity on the ball. It's down to 2-minute warning and win this game. This game. That was so weird what we just missed. Weird stuff. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before, where you have a team punting the ball after a safety and then just backing off from it. But something new every game in the NFL, I guess. First and goal, Rudolph hands it off to Pollard. Pollard takes it down to the 3-yard line, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning, because I don't anticipate the Titans snapping the football again before the 2-minute warning. Why would they? So, still trying to update the scoreboard, by the way. Annoying. It's 24-12 for Tennessee after the safety from Miami. And we're at the 2-minute warning. So this game is just about over. If you're the Titans, you can take a knee, kneel it out, but not quite all the way down, because if you do the math, 40-second play clock, you can get down to right around just under a minute. What's the point of that? Maybe just add some touchdowns, pad some stats. Not sure how they're going to play this, but this game's all but over. The Titans are going to get their first win of the season by a score of 24-12. And the Miami Dolphins, it's a tough night for them. That was ugly football that we've been watching all night long in this game. It really was. Because Dolphins unable to move the football. Titans, they move the football at times, but most part, just a defensive slugfest. And the team with the defense that came out better won this game. The team that made less crucial mistakes and big-time moments, shot themselves in the foot less, is the team that won this game. The Titans took a lot of penalties, more penalties than the Dolphins, but the penalties that Miami took all ended up shooting themselves in the foot after getting some big-time plays and having some opportunities to put up some points. Any momentum that Miami got in this game, they shot themselves in the foot. And about time we have the updated scoreboard, 24-12. This might be the final score. We're going to see how the Titans play this. It's their move coming up. And it's 35-26 for the Lions Seahawks game now. The fish is squished. The fish are squished. The fish are being squished. Yeah, it's pretty much a wrap here. We're going to see how the Tennessee Titans choose to close this game out. And after this, the Tennessee Titans will move to 1-3 on the year, while the Dolphins fall to 1-3. So now, here we go. They're lining up as if they're going to play it on 2nd and goal. Here we go. Rudolph with a handoff to Pollard. Pollard just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be taken down another 40 seconds, right around to 1:10. And then from there, I guess the Titans are going to go for the touchdown. So they're going to increase the score because why not? You have a 12-point lead. I guess more points are coming for the Titans, most likely. And the Tennessee Titans, either way, are about to get a win, regardless of the final score. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Tennessee. Rudolph with the handoff to Pollard, and Pollard swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. So now taken down at 1:10. 40 seconds more coming off the clock. And this is going to take us down to about 30 seconds after the field goal is kicked. So I'm going to have to update the scoreboard once again. Nick Folk going to get an opportunity to kick a field goal, or are they going for it on 4th and goal just to close it out? They'll probably call a timeout right as time's expiring. The Dolphins look dismantled. Their team on the sideline. It's just a lot of upset faces, understandably. They look demoralized without Tua. And this is a team that had high hopes for this season, but with their quarterback going down with injury, it's been tough for them. So the Titans did take the timeout, stop the clock with 30 seconds left. Now, they can't afford to turn the ball over, because they turn the ball over. I mean, it doesn't matter. The game's going to be over. But you turn the ball over, then we'll see. We'll see what they do. Tennessee Titans fans, they look ecstatic in Miami. Good for them. Bills Mafia takes over too. So they're going to go for a touchdown here. They're going to play it for a touchdown. I guess because why not? Fantasy owners of Tony Pollard are about to be happy, maybe. Tony Pollard runs out to the right. Tony Pollard gets in for the touchdown. Like I just said, Tony Pollard fantasy owners are going to be happy. And the Tennessee Titans are now blowing out the Miami Dolphins, squishing the fish. 30-12 now. Wow. So I just figured they'd take the field goal and close out this game, but no. They said 4th and goal. We want another touchdown. And fantasy owners are happy. Happy. So, did he cross the line? Yes, he did. That's a touchdown. Titans, over 2 minutes taken off on that scoring drive. The Miami Dolphins just completely dismantled in this game. Nick Folk, the kick is right down the middle once again. He is picture perfect as a kicker. And now the score is coming on. Just hold on. 31-12. What a game for the Tennessee Titans. They didn't have the toughest competition in the game. Miami gets rocked by the Titans in this game. Not sure I was anticipating that. I did see the Titans winning this game, but get dismantled that much. That shows just how much the Dolphins have so many things stacked up against them. Let's be fair to the Dolphins. Bills Mafia does not like the Dolphins. Most followers here don't like the Dolphins, and I am not a Dolphins fan either. That's to say the least. But we have to appreciate the fact that the Dolphins have so much stacked up against them without Tua, with a quarterback. It's not just without Tua. It's with a quarterback that they signed off the street this week. They look to be in deep, deep trouble. I'm not sure how many wins they're going to finish this season with. I'm really not. The Dolphins are setting themselves up for a good draft pick, and their best case scenario might to actually just sit out the rest of the year. Because at this point, you're not fighting for the AFC championship, the AFC East championship. You're going to have it tough to get into a playoff spot. Now with a 1-3 record, you don't anticipate Tua coming back next week, do you? That'd be way too fast. So Tua being out, this is going to be something that the Dolphins really have to look out for. Do you sit him out the rest of the year and tank and try to get a better draft pick? Because there are some studs available in this draft class. If you do that, then maybe we're having a different discussion about the Dolphins next year. It's just the whole health of Tua is interesting. Now we're down to 5 seconds. Huntley on the final play of the game finds the tight end, Connor, but that is it. And it's a wrap on the game. The Miami Dolphins fall to 1-3. The Tennessee Titans get their first win of the season by a score of 31-12 at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. That was the long stream we just did. 3 minutes and 18 seconds. We'll talk a few more minutes about what is to come for the Dolphins. And if you just take a quick look ahead at the Miami Dolphins schedule, we'll also look at the stat recap before we head out of here. But the Miami Dolphins schedule, they have at the Patriots. And really, I think the Patriots have a good chance of winning that game in New England. The Patriots have historically struggled against Miami, but the Dolphins, Huntley's just, that's going to be his second week. That's going to be tough for them to win, honestly. It will be. The Patriots have a stifling defense, like it or not. And then bye week, the following week, at Indianapolis versus Cardinals at Buffalo. That's a tough road ahead for the Miami Dolphins. Without Tua, I personally think they're best to sit Tua out, regardless of if he's able to come back and tank. But you know what? I'm going to stop running my mouth because I don't want to give the Dolphins any idea. You do what you want to do, Miami Dolphins, because at this point, you're not a threat to anybody. The Dolphins, their season is really in jeopardy at 1-3 early on through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they got squished. The Dolphins, the fish, were squished by the Tennessee Titans in this game. Andrew says he hopes Tua will come back next season or in a couple weeks. We hope for the best for Tua, but I'm saying as a team, as an organization, that's probably best for the Dolphins. 31-12 is the final score in this game. Thank you so much to everybody who sat through this with me. Right now, the Seattle Seahawks are taking on the Detroit Lions, and it is close. The Seahawks are currently driving down the field. It's 35-27. So I'm going to go catch the rest of that game. But thank you to everybody here. 3 hours, 20 minutes. I'm going to be doing another one of these primetime games coming up soon. Primetime Bills game against the Jets in a few weeks, live stream here on Monday Night Football. And I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of content coming out from this upcoming weekend at Houston when I go see the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, Keon Coleman and the company taking on Stephon Diggs, CJ Stroud, and the Houston Texans. It's a highly anticipated matchup. I can't wait. The fish were squished. If you haven't yet, click subscribe. Stay tuned for more content coming your way all season long. This is the Bills Bunker. Thank you for watching. This has been quite the long live stream, and I loved every minute of it, spending the time with you. Go Bills. This was fun.
Go Bills. Look at this. Look at this crowd. Look at this.
Yes, it makes us wanna shout. Shout! 1, 2, 3, 4 years in a row. AFC East champion in our division. Let's go.
This guy's shirtless. He's dropping it.
Let's go.
That's a nice show for you. Look at it.